welcome back to the 5PL, season number 4, week number 10, and first matches of 2025. With me, I have Steve Barker and Michelle Manton. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
the seasoned vets of the Cargill division commentary, I'd say. We'll just quickly go over our matches here. So obviously, to start us off today, we have the Toppler Roses playing their third match of the season against the Misfits, who are entering kind of their middle half of theirs to their later half. Then we have Rock and Rollers, who are well into their season, versing the Misfits as well. And then Toppler Roses take on the Trash Pandas, who are entering kind of the final stage of their season. And then the Misfits take on the Rebels, who are in the middle of their season. So a big day for the Misfits. In the middle of their season, kind of getting set up for their playoff run. They're sitting above 500. The Roses are fresh into the season, and they had a okay start, but they're just below that 500 line. So they're going to be looking to step it up here.
Yeah, just a fascinating day for sure. 5 teams in action, and 4 of them are in the top 5 in the standings right now. And then, as you said, the Roses have only played 2 games.
Yeah, you got the Roses wanting to really start off their season, really, and you've got Trash Pandas who are ending their season. They need to be able to keep it above that 500 mark.
Yeah. As we kind of see, I know we're not even halfway through the season, or just entering the last half of the season here, and that 500 mark might not be quite enough, right? So you're gonna have to be a little bit above that 500, maybe 2 wins above. It's gonna be interesting to see how it kind of shakes out. And unfortunately, the Trash Pandas are gonna have to set that benchmark and then kind of sit and see where the league falls around them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be them on that, with having just no power and just being sitting there going, okay, well, let's see what happens. The season's over for us.
Yeah. And like we said, teams putting up big numbers at the top there, and then perennial playoff teams, Roses and your team with the Crushers, Carrie, have only played 2 games. So it's got to be looking scary for some of the teams in the middle there.
Yeah. It also puts lots of pressure onto those teams that, like you said, they've constantly made playoffs every season, or 2 out of the 3 seasons, and then all of a sudden they got to start hitting some benchmarks, right? It's like, oh, we can't have a bad day, right? It's it's neat having the 13 teams in a division and only having those top 5 playoff spots. It's lots of pressure on the every individual team total, right? Individual points are obviously very important because that can make or break your ties coming down to the end, but those team totals are so huge. Big 3 points every match.
Absolutely.
So with that all being said, let's bring in our team managers so we can get this first match started. So of course, third match of the season, we have Stacy Weber from the Toppler Roses.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Mr. Barry Urquhart from the Misfits.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep.
So obviously, big day for the Misfits, 3 matches. This is a good portion of your season. It's literally 25% of it. So Barry, how's the team feeling?
Oh, hopefully they're feeling okay here. A little bit of crappy roads to get in, so a little nerves there maybe, something. But hopefully we can, with me coming back from my vacation now, that straighten these guys out and have them pull well.
You brought the rain with you, is my guess.
I was hoping for some good weather, which we did get. So
yeah, for sure. Stacy, Toppler Roses, third match of the season. You guys are just pretty much entering the season. How is everybody doing? 2025, fresh start.
It must be a fresh start, guys. Parker was here 20 minutes early today.
New Year's resolutions.
New year, new me.
Sure. No, they're doing good. Our team is basically family, and they're out there ribbing each other right now. I had to go out there and be like, guys, we're going to go alive here. So just, they're doing good.
Good. Well, we might as well jump straight into the matches for the day. So with that being said, Stacy, what's your lineup?
First we have Parker, then Rich, then Daryl, then Michaela, and Derek, with Marcello and Christine as the subs today.
Perfect. And Barry, who do you have?
we're starting off with Michelle, Kaylee. Then we have Curtis, Brandon, and Justin. And with Jamie and Ellen on the bench and Ron sitting out.
All right. Well, best of luck. Play well, and we're looking for lots of strikes today.
Good luck, guys.
Awesome. Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. So obviously, both these teams, Topla Roses usually playing the home hardware division, getting the Cargill division this season. Big playoff teams. These teams know what playoffs look like, and I'm sure there's gonna be lots of strikes being thrown here for this one.
Oh, absolutely. I have no doubt about it. It should be a very exciting match. They've all, honestly, most of the matches this year have been really exciting. Coming down to the 10th frame, I don't expect today to be any different.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go over the full team rosters here really quick, if you guys wouldn't mind.
Steve, if you want to take Roses, I'll take Misfits.
All right. The Topla Roses, Parker Anderson, Rich Weber, Derek Holm, Marcello Jurisic, Daryl Wood, Christine Poxa, Michaela Sanderson, and managed by Stacy Weber at Topler Bowl in Calgary.
And the Misfits, we have Curtis Dunnis, Ron Perry, Jamie McCara, Kaylee Mack, Michelle Hoyle, Brandon Coburn, Justin Langrock, Alan Hurst, and manager Barry Urquhart out of Bonnie Doon Lanes in Edmonton.
Amazing. All right. So obviously on the Roses, we kind of see the usual Parker Anderson leading, Derek Holm anchoring, and filtering out the middle of their lineup is obviously star-studded.
Absolutely.
And then with the Misfits, we see Justin kind of taking the anchor spot on that team. I know he's new to the team this season, and I think every match I've seen, he's been in that anchor position for them.
Yeah, and he's been pretty solid, I think.
Oh yeah.
He's just I can see why they put him in there. He's just somebody you can really count on in that bottom spot.
Yeah, he's really stepped in and given them a boost, right? Obviously, with Matt Schultz switching over to the Crushers, they just plugged Justin in the bottom, and through 50 frames, he's won all 5 matches and averaging 297 playing on the bottom. You can't ask for much more than that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a pretty good start to a season.
And then Topler Roses got Michaela this year, if I'm not mistaken. And she's a great addition to the team.
She just turned 18, so she's eligible to be a 5PLer, and she jumped straight in. She's averaging 268 with 2 points through 2 games, so she's obviously fitting in the team very well. And obviously, growing up in Alberta, we all knew that she would enter onto a team quick. So.
Yeah, perennially on Youth Challenge Nationals teams, YBC Nationals, through a perfect game at Sherwood, did she not, in
TPC?
Like 14?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Honestly, it's hard to think that she's only just turning 18 now, because she really has been in that competitive bowling scene for several years. And is making cuts and is, bowling with all the really highly competitive adults and holding her own. So you sit there and you go, geez, she's only 18. Like that, it's just amazing.
Yeah. Obviously we can talk about her all day, and I know Stacy made it a priority that Michaela was in and around the pros, if you want to call them, for much of her YBC senior career, and it showed. She's matured a lot in the last few years, and she's definitely one of the great players, and I'm sure she's going to be unreal for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
So we have a pretty good start here for the Misfits. They have 2 strikes, but 2 opens. And we just got a couple spares on the Roses side here.
Yeah. People just got to try and find, well, especially the Roses, right? They really, yes, they had their 2 games in 2024, but they're really just getting in. So they just got to find their little groove there. Probably like a 1 frame warm up kind of I think, I would imagine. But yeah, no, it's the two strikes definitely help on the Misfits side.
Yeah.
And as we said, a huge day for them coming in with 3 games. They've played 5 games so far. They're 23.5, 16.5 points wise. Lots of close matches. And again, every year they seem to be they lose key players, but plug those holes, and they're always fighting for playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been unfortunately, the Misfits are always making playoffs. Not unfortunately, fortunately for them, but you're right. They've lost some key players, but they always seem to find players to fill those roles, right? And like Justin and Allen are huge additions to that team.
Yeah.
But
That
obviously,
just
you have the staples on the team too, like Curtis,
Yeah.
Ron, Michelle, Brandon. Kaylee. They've been on that team right from the beginning, right?
Yeah. That just goes to show you like the depth of talent in Edmonton, honestly, that
Mhm.
there are so many talented bowlers to pull from in that area.
Yeah. Well, they picking up Justin. Justin's from Red Deer, so he's driving
Right.
about just under 2 hours to play.
Right.
So
Well, and I guess I think Brandon's is he still in
Leduc, yeah.
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 And
So
Jamie's in
that's
that area too. So
45
that's fair.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're right. Like that north central region and Edmonton region, there's so many players to pull from.
Yeah.
Daryl kind of with a hiccup 7 count there in frame 2.
That looks like my master's last weekend. No, it was really good, honestly.
Yeah, fair. And Daryl's had a decent start to the season. He's only played 13 frames, obviously only 2 games in, but he's averaging 257. So
Yeah.
it's neat to look at players that have been in the league for a couple seasons. You can go back on the website and look through their averages and see how they've played, and if they've exceeded what they've been doing the previous season, if they're growing, if they're getting used to the virtual league, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to compare from year to year too, though. It's such a small sample size, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially you've got deep rosters of 7 and 8 players, so there's probably only a couple people on each team are going to get all or the 90% of the frames in.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a whole season and you could have 50 to 80 frames that all your stats come from.
Yeah. So nice, a decent frame for roses. They've got 3 strikes, two unfortunate head pins in there. Hopefully the lack of cleanup doesn't come back to kick them in the butt. But
You want to make sure you pick up all your sticks here.
We've seen so many games this year come down within 10 pins. I can think of 4 or 5 just off the top of my head of the ones that I've been on the broadcast for.
Yeah, this season has been really all about team totals. There hasn't been too many blowout games. It's coming down to the 10th frame, it seems like, constantly. So a lot of pressure on making sure you're not leaving sticks on the deck, right?
yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think of who was saying it. There was a couple of games ago where somebody was saying pinning is winning. and it's true though. You can't be leaving stuff up on the lanes, right? Because you get down to that 10th frame, and like we said, you see so many games just come down to a few pins.
Yeah, and then you get the 4th and 5th place bowlers after the match blaming things on themselves and whatever. But then you look at the 2nd, 3rd, 4th frames, and both teams leave 15, 26, and any one of those shots could have made the difference.
Yeah, it's never just the last frame. It's a whole game. You can pick out things. You're exactly right, Steve. Oh, strong start to the third frame for the Roses there.
Yeah, they're starting to cook.
Nice strike by Kaylee there.
So obviously, small sample size for the Roses this year, but
Oh, sorry.
yeah, she wasn't sure with that one. Pretty thick.
She thought that was going to be a head pin for sure.
Roses averaging over 253 for their first two games, and the Misfits as a team about 256 so far for their games. So,
oh, Curtis
Fairly
with
comparable.
the turkey. Misfits are answering back with a pretty strong third frame of their own. Oh, and he does not get it. He gets the roasted with the corner there. Brandon's having a little bit of a struggle to the start of this game.
Yeah. That's one of Brandon's. He's such a tempo player. If he doesn't find early tempo, it's hard for him to get back on his feet. And yeah, sure enough, we got Alan coming in for Brandon.
Yeah. It's so nice to see Alan in the pro league now. He's one of my favorite bowlers. He's just always so happy.
Yeah, he's a trooper for sure. He loves bowling, and he keeps the team lighthearted, and
yeah, a great addition.
You never know if he's mad or if he's
No, Duke could be having like the worst game, and he will turn around and he will have the biggest smile on his face, right? And you're just like, okay. He just really is able to keep that positive attitude, and that's so important on a team.
We have a great start here for the Roses. Obviously, frame 3 huge for them. But the Misfits, like if Justin puts a mark up here, they didn't fall that much far behind on almost a perfect frame.
Yeah.
So in this league this season, there's 202 players.
Wow.
It's quite the stat having that many players competing in one league.
Yeah. That's crazy. That just goes to show you, like, and that's just scratching the surface of the talented bowlers in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, those are just the players lucky enough to be near a pro league team.
Yeah.
And lots of other teams knocking on the door wanting to get in too as well, right?
Yeah. Expansion part is doing well.
Yeah.
A turkey for Parker.
All right. I know Curtis is playing well here. Justin's playing well, but I have a funny feeling they're going to have to keep it going because the Roses are starting to heat up here in the first half of the game.
Yeah, when you consider going into the fourth frame, they were working on 3 doubles.
Yeah.
And they're keeping it going. Yeah. Oh, nice. So there's another one. Yeah, they just are just getting started up.
Yeah. Getting those thick hits to roll out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun for me as a former finesse player watching Daryl. He just throws such a nice backup with lots of roll on it.
Yeah. Little thing for Michaela. Maybe see Kaylee can keep her. There we go. Double.
Yeah. There's another double. Yeah, and they've got to keep throwing those. Otherwise, that game could really get out of hand for them.
Yeah.
Although we have seen things turn around in the second half of a game, let's be honest.
Yeah, and the Misfits are a really strong back end team too, right? They've closed out some matches in the last half, and kind of noticing that with the 5PL, the playoff teams, they tend to be really strong in the last half. Curtis. Yeah. There we go. First ham bone of the day.
First ham bone of 2025.
And
not the last.
an important shot there, right? He starts on 3
Yeah.
in a row. He's looking at a whole bunch of strikes on the other side,
Mhm.
knowing that if he breaks off, it's really going to hurt their team.
Yeah. But yet, with him doing that, obviously, they got 3 doubles working on the other side, but he keeps them close.
Yeah. And
There you
there's
go.
Al.
Fixing that 4-hole spot.
Yeah.
And good to see Alan. He started out the year, of course, just started with the team this year.
Mhm.
And I think about the first 4 matches he led off and played okay, but had monster scores thrown against him virtually every game.
Mm. Great answer frame from the Misfits, honestly.
Matching the Roses, right? Now
Yeah.
they're just behind on the doubles. They're throwing just as many marks in that frame. So
Yeah, because they've been working on 2 doubles where the Roses have 3 right now.
And psychologically, I think it's important too, right? The Roses really rolling with all those doubles, but then they look over and some help from the back there.
Yeah.
another ham bone.
Yeah. Now everybody came to play.
I think both teams knowing that today, well, Misfits obviously with a big day with those 3 matches, but the Roses want to get up in the standings early.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, lots of teams at the top putting up big numbers.
Yeah.
Great spare by Michelle.
It's like a ham bone frenzy here.
They're all just getting a little quick, a little
Yeah.
open there.
Let's see if Kaylee can keep her little run going there. Help out the team. Oopsies. That's what I would say if I just threw that. I would be saying oopsies. Maybe an oopsie daisies. I don't know.
Getting wild.
I might be saying oopsie out loud. That's not what I'm saying under my breath.
Kaylee with her triple.
Yeah.
Matching Rich.
No,
You know, Rich also such a key part of the Roses. He just you can slot him in anywhere. When he starts on the bench, he always brings lots of energy. Just a very flexible guy to have in the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice Yahtzee. Michaela started hers back up again. No, they're definitely going to make this interesting going into the commercial break. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know I asked for lots of strikes, and they're doing it.
Yeah. So Christine's going in for Daryl, looks like.
Ooh, Daryl throws a double, opens one frame. Get out of there.
Yeah, you're out of here. Do you see what the rest of the team's doing? It's not going to stand for that. Poor guy.
It's the first one to blink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trick with the head pin on his double too.
Oh, great.
So
that's four doubles for the Misfits going into the commercial break.
Yeah, and 3 doubles for the Roses.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Steve, you'll have to remind me. Do the Roses system count in their strikes? I don't believe so, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Right now, we have the team total sitting at 620 for the Misfits and 610 for the Roses, but I believe there's 30 points missing on each of those doubles. But we'll play our little commercial break here, and we'll bring back the second half of this match.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centers across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right. So I did get confirmation. The Toppler score team total isn't quite accurate.
Yeah, it counts 30 for the doubles instead of 45, right?
So we're missing 45 points.
Yeah.
So that's 655.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I took a screenshot, did the math during the break, but yes.
right.
I looked at Facebook during the break. So I feel like I did my part.
So I don't think there'll be much more math until the fourth game of the day.
Well,
Yeah.
hope,
fair.
yeah.
We
So
have the Mendez scoring system
yes.
in Quebec. Even though Toppler Roses have Mendez as well, it's just a newer version.
Mm. Gotcha.
Hiccup there for Rich.
Yeah, Michelle missing her single pin conversion too.
Oh, that's tough.
A little bit of a penalty there.
Yeah. Nice opening for Kaylee.
I think the wheels will be turning for Barry a bit here on that top match. Michelle's, she's thrown 4 out of 6 really good shots on the first ball, but she's going to need some strikes against Parker.
Yeah. And you have Jamie sitting on the bench, and she's a solid player.
Yeah.
So definitely something to consider. Nice ham bone for Kaylee. All right, let's see what Mr. Curtis does. Coming back from the commercial break. Once again, we said Christine's coming in for Daryl on the Toppler Roses. Oh, and a 6-pack for Mr. Dunas.
Misfits really turning around here. Now they've
Yeah.
got four people on doubles to count.
Yeah. That's huge. And while Roses are still getting marks, We've got spares rather than strikes, except for, oh, did she just, oh, no, it went down. Excellent.
Alan looked happy to get away with a chop there.
Yeah. Now does he make use of that break?
Yeah. Yes, there are oh man chop offs, and then there are jump for joy chop offs.
Yeah. Oh, and that does not look like he is going to capitalize on that break.
I just pulled it a bit. Oh,
Yeah.
and Derek with an oh man chop off.
Yeah. Oh. And Derek does not spare his either. Little chop cherry action there. Decent frame for roses, but like we said, you still have 2 doubles, and we're going to see what Justin's going to do here.
So the rose is sitting at 8-12. So very, very close.
Mm-hmm.
Heading to 7. Yet right now, only a couple of the matches really close.
Yeah. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, and definitely Barry's got to be thinking about that first match, because at what point, how much do you allow Michelle to work on it? And do you need to be able to give, if you are going to bring her out, giving that next person enough time to make a difference in the game.
Yeah. Parker, obviously, with that little bit of miscue, but sparing it, he's not made any real mistakes. So he's slowly going to pull team point or team total away from Michelle there.
Mm-hmm.
But Michelle throws a strike, so she's got a little bit of gainers here on him. So
yeah,
or a good choice. Chop by Rich there.
Oh, and Kaylee's streak is over.
That's my bad, Kaylee. Sorry, I missed your ham bone.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, the production crew really dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
It's got to hang.
Oof.
Yeah.
So that match has been very much back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Kaylee opening up is going to give Rich that chance.
Yeah, Rich gave her a huge break last frame, and then she gave it right back this time.
Yeah. And you've got that middle spot. Really, Christine just needs to be marking for team total, because that game is Curtis is just running away with it.
Yeah, pretty hard to fight what Curtis is putting up here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just so solid today. Like, this game has just been no doubters, every single one of them.
Yeah.
And you wonder too, even though they're in different centers, with kind of that move to put Christine in after Daryl's miss on his double, whether that had something to do with Curtis being on a big run from the start as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it give the players just a different look, even though you're not in the same center, but a different look, something else to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You had the Roses with the extremely hot start in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
And the Misfits were kind of hanging around. Obviously, Curtis with a great start and Justin playing pretty good. But, like, you can kind of see the flip. All of a sudden, the Roses are kind of miscuing. They're throwing some 3-pins here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they're getting a little bit of pressure coming on. But as we know, the Roses are constantly a playoff team. So I don't foresee that continuing very much. They're going to have a strong last 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Curtis's start kind of hung him in there, and then that one frame there in the fourth when the bottom four all threw strikes, just setting themselves up in case the Roses let off on their doubles.
Yeah.
Thin one for Mr. Holm.
So it doesn't look like anybody's working on any doubles. We've got the 3 strikes on the Misfits side. Just the one open frame with Kaylee. And just the one open frame on the Toppler side. But all spares.
22-pin match. Ooh, good shot. Just cut
Yeah.
through. Good count, though.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Parker's freewheeling and just looking to pile on sticks.
Yeah. Another great shot for Michelle.
And again, as a manager, sometimes the best moves are the ones you don't make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's so tough. You don't know, right? Like, is your Michelle Hoyle, she's a veteran player. Like, if anybody can pull something out, it's going to be her. But you do have to wonder, hey, should I bring Jamie in? Is this match getting away from her? How are things going? Oh,
Rich getting a string pull there on his corner, and Kaylee getting a blow through.
Yeah. I think, Carrie, you were doing the commentary on one of our matches earlier in the year, and I had 2 players that both their next ball was going to be a stay-in shot.
Yeah.
And they threw strikes, and they both then ran right to the second ball in the 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always a tough position, right? And we don't envy the manager's decisions because obviously we know they're tough. All we can do is give our insight and our experience and what we've seen before. But I've seen it where a manager makes a pull and the person coming in doesn't perform to what you need them to. But I've seen the flip too, where they come in, they shoot lights out, or you leave the player in, they shoot lights out. So it is a crapshoot. It's just your best guess, I guess you could say.
yeah. Oh, and another bomb by Curtis.
Sometimes it's not even about that match, that player, those 2 players. It's about the team momentum, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thin and roll out.
The slider.
Oh, and another bomb there.
Good double.
No doubt.
Yeah, Misfits are not letting up at all. And you can't.
Nice.
You can't against a team like the Roses. You just have to
No.
keep just battering away at them.
This is 2 teams that have made playoffs every season. This is kind of what you expect.
Yeah, absolutely. Solid frame.
Throwing haymakers at each other.
Yeah.
So we have a bit of an advantage for the Misfits with 2 frames of play. 1085 to 1044.
And they've got 3 doubles. Yeah.
Oh, and we're going to see the double pull coming into effect here.
Yeah. Marcello is coming in for Christine, who came in for Daryl.
Yep.
Ooh, Michelle with the punch on her double.
Yeah. And she really needed to keep that strike run going.
Yeah. So Parker's locked up that match. So kind of just looking for extra points here out of Michelle to keep stacking on total here.
Oh.
Rich.
Not what she wanted to do.
No. Ten pins. Oh, and Rich.
And Rich misses the spare. So opens it up for Kaylee.
Wow.
This is where you wish you had people mic'd up. Like, what was Rich thinking there? What was Michelle thinking there?
They were both thinking oopsie daisies.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
not what we were hoping for.
But that second match, Rich getting the 20 count on the strike
Mhm.
just right after Kaylee did it a couple frames earlier.
Oh, and then Kaylee gets the head pin.
Back-to-back head pins in the 9th here for the Misfits.
Nice half from Marcello.
I'm sure the Roses know they're trying to wait out Curtis's game here, so they're just trying to stack up 9 to see if they'll have a shot in 10.
Yeah.
And back-to-back head pin hole on the Misfits. There was a solid one.
There's a big double for the Roses.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, see what Curtis can do here.
And much like earlier in the game, he was almost in must strike situations to keep his team in it about the third frame there. And here we go in the 9th frame and just about the same scenario.
Oh,
good aggressive.
I was going to say, I was with Curtis on that one. I was wondering if that was going to hit it.
Got that out, but it came back.
Yep.
A turducken.
Yep. Oh. Well, you know what? Every strike's been solid up till then. He deserves that one little gimme. Let's see if Alan can keep his going to help out the team, because it is a tight match. There it is, solid. Nice turkey.
Just putting a comment in the other stream. And there is no curse because it worked last time I did it. So I was fortunate to be on the crew with the last time it happened. So there is no curse.
There you go. So 3 doubles on the Misfits side going into the 10th frame. You got 2 doubles going in for the Roses. Oh, there you go.
And again, Parker just excels in a lot of formats, but especially this one.
Mm-hmm.
Averaged 304 for his 2 games coming into today, and that's just going to go up higher.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice turkey there for Parker. Nice half for Michelle. Oh, and that's all right. Nice game for Parker. That's pretty solid.
Nothing wrong with a 300.
Nope. Oh, and Michelle ends with the head pin.
Oh.
Tough game for Michelle.
Hit it 9 times, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Roses are just piling on the strikes. See if Kaylee can answer.
Yeah, that first one wraps up the match, barring something strange, but
Yeah. Oh. So that game is gone. Rich has got that one. I think it's safe to say Curtis has his match.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. I'd hate to, speak too soon, but
waiting for it to be official with the ball thrown in 10.
Fair enough. Good half for Kaylee. Hopefully she can see if she can put a strike on the end of that.
Yeah, the Roses are just going to stack up 10 and see how it falls, even though we got 3 doubles at the bottom for the Misfits here.
Mm-hmm.
Great game by Kaylee. Just unfortunately, the mistake in 7.
Yep. And then that head pin miss in 9 didn't. Right, great shot by Marcello. Oh, and he does not get away with that one. That's what the other one looked like.
Yeah, very, very similar to the last one. The last one, I think he cranked a little more, so it came back when that one just hung out.
Yeah.
But, great run. And like we said, he really kept
whatever
early when the Roses were throwing up doubles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever he does here in 10 obviously will be their gap, since everybody at the bottom has doubles working.
Yeah.
Right.
Cello comes in and throws a spare and two strikes in the head pin.
Yeah.
So well done by him.
Yeah, 65 for 2 will help the average.
Yeah. And great points for the total. Let's see what Michaela can do here.
So again, we have to add 30 to the Roses. So 10 pins and a ball advantage for the Misfits.
Oh, and Curtis gets his 400 right on the nose. Great shot by Michaela for the turkey.
Another big shot here for Allen. They all have been. He's done a great job since coming in the 4th frame to give the Misfits a spark.
Oh, there you go.
Push. There you go.
It's big. Happy with that. Nice ham bone for Allen.
Michaela gets roasted.
Oh, she does too.
Again,
obviously locked up her match, but team total there. Team total.
Yep. Solid game by Michaela.
So 1385 right now the Roses have.
Whew.
That's close.
Oh, another bomb by Allen.
Big strike by
Big Yahtzee. Big Yahtzee.
So the Roses are going to be down a few pins here. Down 17 at the moment with Allen still a ball in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Roses max is going to be 1485 if Derek were to go off the sheet.
Right.
Oh, what a solid off the bench performance by Allen. Like with that, other than that little mishap of the chop off there, but what a great game.
We have a 5-3 split, it looks like.
Yeah, Derek won't be happy with that first ball. Just really pushed it.
Oh, 5-3. Obviously, the Roses put up a huge number of 1,400, but it's tough when one of your opponents throw 400. It just
absolutely
makes it a big deficit to try and
to battle that, but
I'm sure the Roses. I'm sure the Roses aren't disappointed with a 1,403 points.
No. No, I wouldn't imagine so. And Misfits they did bowl solidly that entire game. Like,
Yeah, this had Michelle struggle at the top, but she just kept doing her thing. Missed one corner spare.
yeah, and another 300 there.
And Alan 257 for 7 off the bench, and Justin stays undefeated playing on the bottom. Like that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And increases its average from 297 to 298. All right, we will bring in our managers here. When they're settled and ready. 5-3.
Wow. Another exciting match.
Yeah, we thought there'd be fireworks today, and 1460, 1415. That's a tough crowd.
Yeah, it did not disappoint.
Yeah, the kind of what we were hoping for. Lots of strikes everywhere, and came down to the last players in 10 again. Crazy match.
Who invited Curtis this morning?
We spiked his coffee, so
I bet.
Yeah, that's a great start to our day. Obviously, Stacy, we'll start with you. You guys, huge start in the first half, and then kind of struggled, kind of 6, 7, 8, but then put together a good last half again, or last few frames. But just with Curtis rolling those strikes, it's hard to keep team momentum up with it. And then everybody supporting him by throwing doubles around him all of a sudden in the last half of the Misfits.
That's what we were talking about here. Like, we can take 7, right? But it's, you're like, you're also watching someone string strikes, and it didn't matter who I put in against him. I got to talk to that guy.
the double sub didn't work.
When you shoot 1400, I mean, you hope you win.
Yeah.
Right? So
losing with a 1400 obviously is kind of a worst case scenario, but you still get 3 points out of that 1400. So that's not it's not like you got blown out 7-1. So that's a great
exactly
a great what do you want to call it? Great result for a loss on the 1400. Barry, team's got to be feeling good. First game of your 3 today, and a 14.5.
Yeah, it was a grinder, that's for sure. I was almost getting ready for a pull for Michelle there, because their top 2 are just going like crazy, and she got the double there, and then with the 9th frame with our head pins, sort of put a little damper on it. But all in all, the team came out and played well, especially Curtis. That definitely helped us. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And Alan came off the bench really strong as well for you. Like,
amazing. All right. Well, we'll let you guys go. Obviously, Barry, we'll see you in a couple minutes. But Stace, we'll see you in an hour.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.
All right.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right. We're ready for match number 2. We're having technical difficulties on the rock and roller side.
Oh no. Is it because we were so cocky at the beginning of this that we were like, hey, everything's
100%.
going so good?
100% it was.
Yeah.
All
Should
right.
be a,
So
should be a great second match.
Yeah.
And if you're the
Yeah.
Misfits, you just come off a huge 14, huge 14-60, 14-15 win, and then you've got to play the Rock and Rollers, who are 5-2, and their only 2 losses have been with 1290s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something for sure. No, it's gonna be really interesting to watch them play. Like Misfits are coming in off a hot game. Are they able to keep that momentum going into this game, right? Or does that thing happen where people kind of, which we've all seen, you throw a really high game,
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
a quick look at the standings will
Mhm.
that will determine that. They know they're in for another good one.
Yeah, they're certainly more
For
than
sure.
capable. So let's see. We got yes. Poor Carrie, I just see him like trying to figure some stuff out.
Yeah. Well, Shane's trying to get the camera working and get himself into the pregame interview, so it's
Yeah. I did a little math after that match. That unfortunately dropped the Roses' win percentage down to, I think it was 0.43, I think I figured out, which isn't where the direction that they wanted to go. But they have another match.
Yep, as Carrie mentioned, if you lose, you want it to be 5-3. If it can't be 4.5, 3.5, and
True enough.
with another game, you could still come out over 500 on the day.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've got the Pandas up after this match, so it'll be interesting. And I have confirmation that the Pandas score will be counting marks. So
Wow, Kivica.
isn't that exciting? I said I begged Kara to not make us do math just yet. So hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, coming off of a really exciting match. And the whole team for Misfits was solid. Like other than Michelle having that little blip at the beginning, Kaylee had a solid match. Alan came in huge for Brandon on that match. The whole very well-rounded team.
Yep, and Michelle didn't miss it the last 6 or 7 shots. Just couldn't string strikes together.
Yeah. Yeah, and as
All
mentioned,
right,
that is
sweet.
a tough. Are we ready?
Yeah, we got the score camera up. So as soon as Shane is in the background here, we'll get him into the interview. But thank you, Shane, for the quick work and getting that work. And sometimes technology gets in the way of our beautiful virtual league. All right, so we'll bring in our managers here. So obviously from the Misfits returning, we have Mr. Barry Urquhart.
Oh, I guess I'm up. I'm
Sorry about that, Bear.
No problem.
As soon as Shane is here, we'll bring him in. He's probably out of breath running across the lanes here. Hello, Shane. Can you hear us? Oh, perfect.
Oh.
That sounds like my technical difficulties.
Hey, Shane. Thank you very much for getting that score camera working.
Yeah, no worry. Just needed a reset.
Amazing. So Shane, we're not too sure if you happened to see the last match. The Misfits put up a big 14.5, taking down the Toppler Roses.
Good.
One of your playoff rivals from the home hardware division.
Yeah, no, we there's 4 of us who bowl our open sets today. So we just got here. We haven't been following or watching. So we're just we're a little late, but here we are.
Yeah, so you guys have gotten some warm up in today already.
We have.
Amazing. Well, we will not prolong the wait any longer. We'll get you guys started here right away. So Shane, what's your lineup?
So we're gonna go with Brandon Tibbs and then Brandon Smith 1 and 2, Courtney Lucas 3, myself 4, Brad 5, and we got Mitchell and Katie on our bench.
Amazing. And Barry, your lineup for game number 2.
We're switching it up a little bit. We're going to have Jamie our leadoff, Kaylee our second. We have Curtis in 3. We've got Alan in 4 and Justin in 5, with Ron and Brandon on the bench and Michelle sitting.
Amazing. Well, best of luck, and we're hoping to see lots more strikes again. Here we go.
All right.
Good luck, guys.
Love
Yeah,
this.
love there.
All right. So as Shane said, his guys just came off open qualifying, so they've got some games in today already.
Yep. They're nice warmed up.
And then
Ready to go.
and Shane always has to do a bit of multitasking anyway, to the extreme today.
Yes. So there's a little lesson to the teams. These guys have already been part of open qualifying. They still got their team to play. So all those teams that blacked out dates because they were missing 1 or 2 people, come on. These guys have a running across the city to play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
5
example.
5 games in the morning and then ready to go at 1:30. That's 1:30. That's good for them.
Yeah. All right. As they're throwing strikes here right off the bat, we'll just go over the rosters really quick. So rock and rollers.
Rock and rollers, Shane Chafe, who is also player manager, tech person, Brandon Tibbs, Brad Glenn, Brandon Smith, Mitchell Williams, Courtney Lucas, Katie Wells, of course, Shane as the player manager out of Plaza Bowl in St. John's, Newfoundland.
All right. And for the Misfits, we have Curtis Dunas, Ron Perry, Jamie McCara, Kaylee Mack, Michelle Hoyle, Brandon Coburn, Justin Langrock, Alan Hurst, and manager Barry Urquhart out of Bonnie Doon Lanes in Edmonton.
Amazing. And as we always expect out of these teams, they're going to get up to hot starts. We have Brandon's getting off to 2 marks right away. And the ladies leading off for the Misfits here. We got Jamie with a strike and Kaylee with that miss spare.
Mm-hmm.
We, of course, talked about the Misfits earlier. Rock and Rollers come in 5 and 2. They won their first 4 games and then lost 2 games with a 12.93 and a 12.84 for their 2 losses. And then back with a 6-2 win over the Eclipse. So 5 and 2 to start the season. 38.5, 17.5 with 5 games to go.
Yeah, and they're currently leading the division in total points. So they're looking to keep that top spot for hopefully another week is what their thoughts are.
Yeah. And averaging about 263 this year as a team. Shane Chafe's been amazing, averaging 320 for his 7 games.
Wow.
And then Brandon Smith, 256, Brandon Tibbs, 248, Brad Glenn, 289, Mitchell Williams, 250, and Katie and Courtney around in the 220s themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Rock and Rollers, like we've been saying, they've been a playoff team every season, and they're scoring so well.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to point out Curtis came back into this game, starting off just like he did last game. Back
Not
on the
missing a beat.
strikes. Nope. Alan's started off with a 5, and we'll see if he can bring the spare up.
Not surprised with the Misfits lineup this game with what Barry did. Left the bottom four the way they finished.
Mm-hmm.
Strong, the four of them. And of course, as we mentioned, Michelle all over the middle last game, just couldn't string anything. And then Jamie up top to start for them this game.
Yeah. Oh. Nice. So you got 3 marks there on the Rock and Roller side. Little blip in the middle there. But not a bad start. Pretty equal to what the Misfits have done.
Only Justin's mistake.
We talk about just how steady Justin's been in last game. Like nothing more than a double, and he still shoots over 300.
Yeah.
It's that steadiness you need at the bottom of your order.
No, for sure.
As you guys were kind of talking while we're fixing some technical difficulties there, it's if the Misfits can keep that momentum going, right? Shooting those big scores, shooting a 14.5 obviously is always a bonus. Usually 14.5, you're looking for more than 5 points, but they were obviously against another tough opponent, and they got another tough one right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no easy games for them today, that's for sure.
No. They
in the Pro League there are actually any easy games.
No, but these are all teams sitting in playoff position, on the playoff trajectory, right? So
yeah, absolutely. There, Kaylee starts hers up.
And just the depth of the Rock and Rollers too, as we've mentioned. I know Brad missed, I want to say, at least 2 games. And so Brandon Smith was on the bottom. Brandon Smith often plays 4th, but they've got the flexibility to just slot people anywhere in. And you've got Brandon Smith, who was their singles champion recently. Just to be able to slot someone like that in the 2-hole.
Yeah.
Curtis off to the right there. That's
a
little strange. Shane has been bouncing around this lineup. He had him slotted in the leadoff hole at one point, and then he was in the 2-hole. Now he's in the 4-hole.
Yeah, he's often, over the last couple seasons, he's often played second. They've often started with Tibbs and then him, and then Smitty 4 and Brad 5. But again, and they played this morning, so you don't know how. We didn't see. I haven't seen anything on how everybody played this morning. That might get into it. And then if Brandon Smith, depending how he's played lately, maybe they want to free him up and put him up higher.
Yeah, it's the neat part about the league and the format is you don't know on each team where their pressure position is. It could be the 2-hole. Maybe they've struggled with that. So putting a player that usually performs really well in another position up there to get that spot going is the key to the success of that team.
Yeah. Great frame for the Rock and Rollers. Strikes all over the place, working on a couple of doubles now. Misfits having a little bit of Curse had his first open of the day. And
a little wild at the moment.
Yeah. There's some interesting things happening at the foul line there in the first ball.
And again, maybe, the emotion from last game with Curtis starting on that big run and then a dramatic finish
Yeah.
for the team. You'd hope there wouldn't be a let up, like when you look at the other team scoreboard and, okay, now we're playing the top. We just had a great game, but we're playing the top team, but psychologically, there's got to be a little bit of an adrenaline dump.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So we got the Rock and Rollers obviously starting with those 2 doubles. They got 4 marks in the second, and the Misfits just rounding out their frame with 3 marks. No doubles working, unfortunately, so they have a little bit of work to do in frame 3 to balance out the scoreboard here.
Yeah. But we saw that last game too, where they had a little bit of a slower start, and then they just came out and guns a-blazing.
Yeah. That's kind of the Misfit story. They got a strong back half of their games usually. Tibbs just throwing rockets.
Yeah.
Like Steve was saying, Newfoundland singles champion, so he's felt the pressure before and has held his own, and looks like he enjoys leading this team.
Yeah. Yeah, both Brandons the last 2 years, I think, were open singles champs.
Yeah, correct. Yep.
Oh, great shot by Kaylee.
Nice double.
Yep.
There you go. Balance the score sheet. Ooh, Courtney with the thin one. She wasn't too sure.
Gave it that little extra stretch, hoping it
hit.
Yeah.
Oh, and just bombs.
And with the Cosmic Bowl off to the right there for them.
Yeah.
But they're used to that. That's, especially being in that time zone.
Yeah.
They're always starting in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, Brad, unfortunately, doesn't complete the perfect frame.
Nope. I'm sure he'll hear about it.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Shane won't let him forget. And Curtis kind of having his first hiccups here.
Yeah. Missed again to the right on his first ball. I thought, honestly, that it was just a 3-pin, but he must have got the little extra pusher for the 5.
Got the little Bonnie Doon kick.
Yeah.
So not the best start for Curtis. Obviously, coming off of 400, there's going to be a little bit of adrenaline loss, right? But he's usually pretty even keel, so we'll see how he bounces back after that little stumble.
For sure. No. Gets a little extra. Probably should have been a chop off, but
and knowing he started the last game on the front 9 and can throw lots of strikes, makes it a little tougher for Barry. I'm sure his wheels are going to be spinning if Curtis has another hiccup here.
Yeah. It's love the pressure on the manager. They may not be actually physically throwing a ball, but they've thrown every ball with every player.
Absolutely.
They're in the moment.
And that I such great appreciation for Shane and the other people who are player managers, because I know how hard it is just to manage, let alone
play as well. Yeah.
Maybe a touch easier for him with just 7 people on the roster, but once you get into game to game, you've got a plan as who's going to be out, but
So 3 doubles working for the Rock and Rollers and 2 doubles for the Misfits. So getting closer to a balance that we were speaking about.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another double.
Jamie. Oh, thin.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so one double walking away on the on Rock and Rollers here.
See if Kaylee can keep hers going. Good half by Brandon.
Super solid.
Oh, oh, yeah. The look on her face says, "Yeah, I thought that was going to be a head pin."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that face.
Looks like she threw it really, really well, though,
Yeah.
to break it up.
Another double breaking down there for Newfoundland. I can't even say Newfoundland anymore because we got 2 Newfoundland teams.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rock and Rollers in the home hardware shorts division. We have the Storm Strikers, who actually a player on their team has the first perfect game of the 5PL. So in Andrew Dunn.
Yeah.
Great addition to the league.
Let's see if Curtis can correct his course here. There we go. That was a better.
Oh, great shot. Cut through.
Yeah. Oh, poor Curtis. Poor Curtis.
When it was so easy in game 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that how it goes, though?
Yeah. All of a sudden it becomes like, how many steps was I taking? What arrow am I throwing at? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I threw one ball last week because I do a 4-step approach, and I did one. I'm like, I think I just took 3 steps. Where nothing felt right, and you're like, huh.
Yeah. Shane with the triple.
Yeah, even Curtis's first ball there didn't look nearly as fluid as the first game. And it happens sometimes. You miss a head pin a couple of frames in a row, and I think sometimes you go up there just trying to make sure you hit it rather than throwing a good aggressive shot. Yeah,
exactly. I wonder how far away Next Gen is playing, because I do believe Next Gen is playing in the Schwartz division today.
Okay.
I wonder if they're close to each other.
Yeah, they're not playing yet.
Okay. So maybe we'll be playing side by side in the last match of the day.
Right.
The Snowman and Average Pros are playing right now on the other side.
Nice solid strike from Allen. Another great frame for Rock and Rollers.
Yeah, always 4 marks a frame, right? You get 4 marks a frame, things are looking good.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Misfits they got the double up top and 1 double working for the Rock and Rollers. Justin not quite completing his turkey there.
No.
So close game. Slight edge to the Rock and Rollers. There'll be about 60 pins up through 4 frames.
But another 4 marks. 4 marks for the Misfits in that frame.
Yeah. It's neat looking at these team setups. They're going with the over the left shoulder approach. We see a lot of teams over the right shoulder. Wonder what people like. Do you like the left shoulder look or the right shoulder look? Let us know in the comments.
I think so. We do the right shoulder. A little bit of insight because we play on the left lane. So that stops the player from walking in front of the camera, so you can't see the pins because the ball returns in the way.
Right.
Yeah, so that's my thought process. If we're playing on the if we're playing on the left lane, I do the right shoulder just so you can always see the pinfall.
Yeah, because there are times where you get there and you're like, you have to wait for the player to get out of the way so you can see what they got.
Yeah.
And the Rock and Rollers are high enough that
they got a good camera angle. You know, it's from the left side. It's high enough that you can see the pins.
Yeah.
Big shot by Kaylee again.
Yeah. Yeah, she's bowling really solidly today.
Oh yeah. She's really only had the one big mistake. Other than that, she's been living in the pocket, right? Good spot to be in. Ooh.
And Courtney's just struggling,
she obviously the first frame was kind of a giveaway, but the head pin, the strike was a little thin on the right. The left corner was buried left pocket, and then she's dead on center again. So kind of all over the middle, but a little bit sprayy, not kind of honed in on a specific pocket.
Yeah. And Curtis just continues to have a little bit of a struggle here. I think you guys are right. I think he's trying so hard. Maybe he's placing the ball a little bit to get to that head pin.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's so hard when you get, or at least you get on a string and you get a little more adrenaline. It's hard to find the rhythm after a huge run. But
yeah.
I think if, and we can ask Barry after, I think if Courtney was having a better game, that we might see Curtis gone by now. But
yeah.
But it is still really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing as a manager, I'm also looking at totals, right? Where even if a match is close, if you think you're giving 6 away for totals, but
yeah.
Look, Shane, I didn't miss the ham bone. I was just really involved in this discussion and listening. My eyes were glazed over. I wasn't paying attention.
Did we
ham
miss
bone
the
for
ham
Shane.
bone?
Ham bone for Shane.
Oh, I missed it too.
that complacency we talked about.
Yeah. Poor Shane. Oh, aces. Wow.
We're going to need a graphic for that because it doesn't happen very often.
No.
Terrible.
You could just throw up a big, like, frowny face with tears.
Sometimes the aces is actually good because it probably was a head pin. You got the 6 extra points. Like,
bonus count. Yep.
Yeah.
Right? See the silver lining. The glass is half full on that one.
So the Rock and Rollers, and again, even with a slight delay going into this game, they always help pick up the time.
Yeah.
They're a quick team. If we're ever behind, we hope Rock and Rollers are on the list.
Yeah. If you have a 5-game day, you want them in for 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. Also keeps the other teams on their toes because if they're in the next match, they might have to be a little bit earlier because the Rock and Rollers are finishing fast.
Yeah.
Yep. At 6:38 with 2 strikes and a double.
Yeah.
The break. Great shot.
Oh, nice bomb.
And then we'll have 586.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So just a little bit of a gap, the 50-pin gap, but a great start for both teams. And we're going to roll our commercial and bring back the second half.
Sounds good.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
once again, we can't thank our sponsors enough. Thank you very much for supporting the 5PL and our title sponsor, Venom Industrial. Thank you so much for keeping this league alive and bringing 26 teams across the country competing virtually and mostly every Sunday morning.
Yes.
We miss a few here and there.
Absolutely. And I've heard good things about that Bradson promotional group and some of the people that work there.
Yeah, they're all right.
Some of them are all right.
And if that Norse landscaping music doesn't get you going, as well.
Seriously, best commercial.
Yeah.
Best commercial.
We can't thank Calgary Carnage and their connections getting that that sponsor. And yeah, they bring a groove to that commercial.
They sure do. That is for sure. So coming back from the break, it's always interesting to see what the teams do. Oh, it doesn't seem to have affected the Misfits at all.
You just never know what you're going to get out of it. That little 3-minute break is a hiccup in the team, or if it's a regrouping moment for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what a great job by Jamie coming in this game.
Yeah.
She didn't play last game, and the team had an emotional big win. And she comes in and gives them a spark up at the top.
And Curtis is like, "Thank you, commercial break."
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach, for giving me one more chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have a Yahtzee.
We do too. Yeah, you don't want to miss out twice because, boy, you'd be in big trouble then.
Yeah.
Shane doesn't want to blow his 320 average.
No. Shane is Shane's holding on to everything he's got here. Another double by Brad. Allen throws a strike. We have a big, fast frame happening here.
Yeah.
4 marks on the rock and roller side with 2 doubles, and we got 4 marks already with a double working on the Misfit side.
And with Shane going on that run, the Misfits have to be on top of their game, right? You cannot. You have to just keep pushing and getting those, and they're just keeping right a perfect frame for Misfits.
Yeah. It's kind of the exact opposite that they did last time, right? They had the big game working, and now they're facing a team with a big game working. So how do you manage that? And hopefully they're hoping they're going to manage it better than the Roses did.
Right.
Well, and I think too, when that happens, you kind of, amongst yourselves, you're saying, oh, they've got that one big game, but there's lots of other points there to be have, even if you don't win totals.
Yeah. And like we were just saying in the previous match, the Roses, even though they lost with a 1400, they got their best case scenario. They got 3 points.
Yeah.
Right? That could have been a 7-1.
Yeah. Yep. And if they go 7-1 or something their last game of the day, they're ahead on the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it. If you're going in for a loss, 3 or 4 points is obviously the best case scenario.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and we've seen how close, not to bring it up for you, Carrie, but we've seen how close the standings can be at the end of the year. Every point counts.
Yeah. That was the old Dream Crushers. We're a new team this year. We're a new team. I always said I wanted, if people don't know, I happen to be the founder of the 5PL and came up with the vision during COVID and all that stuff. I always wanted to see like a sports desk version for the 5PL, maybe every 2-3 weeks, just an hour show of people that aren't involved in the league, taking their viewpoints, watching the trades, watching player trends and stuff like that, and just throw out the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And let people know what's actually happening, because we're, as commentators, we're supposed to be non-biased, so we give our kind of our best opinions of everything that's going on. But I would really like to hear people that aren't involved what they actually think of what's going on, and I think it'd be kind of neat.
That would be neat.
We're seeing a move here. Oh, I got to believe this is a stay-in shot for this bear.
Yeah, there you go.
They made it.
We have a perfect frame on the rock and roller side.
Yes, we do. And they've got 4 doubles they're working on.
Yeah.
This is very reminiscent of the Misfits last game.
And again, Misfits a strike and 2 spares, and they're 3 bowlers behind.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, no, it's another great match.
Yeah. Misfits gotta keep up here though, because rock and rollers are gonna start pulling away.
Mm-hmm.
well,
And so far they're keeping up. You know, that's their second double in that frame.
yeah. And we saw that last game too, right? The Roses had the 4 doubles, and there were, Misfits. Let's just throw marks, strikes of our own, just to hang around and be ready to jump when they miss on the doubles, or
Right.
when they finally break off.
Yeah.
And there you go. Like Misfits answer with 3 doubles, right?
Yes. Yeah. So easily keeping up, but
Yeah.
rock and rollers obviously can't do much better than what they did in frame 7. So
Yeah.
So I guess I'll throw that out there for the people watching this stream right now or watching in post-production. If you want to be a sports desker for the 5PL on a bi-weekly or maybe even every 3-week show, give me a holler. You know where you can find me.
Yeah. Another great shot by Jamie. She got a little bit of a help from the lanes, but she's keeping those strikes going. Good right corner for Brandon. Nice spare.
Yeah.
Keep him in that match.
Got some close matches here.
Mm-hmm.
And both totals are accurate, right?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
So
Celtronic does keep all counts in.
A good half by Kaylee.
Yeah,
Little
Kaylee
blip there on the
super
first ball,
solid
but
again.
yeah. And Courtney's come back in this second half. She's bowling really well. She was on the middle before, but she's at least getting the marks now. And so that's kind of makes you keep an eye on. If I'm Barry, I'm keeping an eye on how Curtis is doing.
Shane missed on the martini.
Oh,
There we go, Curtis. Curtis digging deep, staying in the match with Courtney.
Oh,
single pin.
And yeah. A little miss there by Shane.
The Careless Whisper?
Yeah. Yes. Were you on that one where he did the saxophone sounds from, I'm pretty sure it was Shane. But, sorry.
I was not on that show.
Nor was I.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was with Shane. But
3 for Alan. Great shot for Brad.
Yeah. Wow, no, both teams are like, we're not giving up on this game at all.
No. This is gonna be coming down to
the
the wire.
Oh, we'll wait for Justin. A big shot for him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to maintain a 11-pin lead.
Yeah. And there you go. 3 doubles for the Misfits. And I think they've got 2. They're working on 2 for the Rock and Rollers right now.
Yep.
So Jamie's up 14 on Brandon, both on doubles.
Big 9th frame here.
Close matches everywhere, and that 4th match is another strike by Allen could get interesting as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, head pins on both.
14 still.
Yeah.
The big second shot here to get the count on the strikes.
Oh.
Especially with such a close match.
Geez, they're just gonna keep it close.
Gain 2 points, so that's 12 now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jamie's
no.
like, oh man.
Oh, within 7 now.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just you always hate that head pin in the ninth.
Oh,
I think of all the places, right? Like you're
Yeah.
trying to get something to build on for the 10th frame, and you hit that, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah. Brandon with the thin right corner there.
Kaylee was up 18 before that ball.
Oh, and she pulls out a strike. A little bit of gainers there.
Total's just under 100 right now, but lots ends out there to decide.
Oh, great shot. Yeah, Courtney's come back in the second half. She's just killing it. And there you go, Curtis. Shane's back on it. Curtis with the double. He's got to be pretty happy. Come back stronger in the second half.
Yeah.
Let's see what Brad does. Oh, a little light.
Huge shot for Allen. He's still got 3:33 left.
Yep. Oh, and he gets the strike. Nice little ham bone. Oh, and missed spare by Brad. That'll open it up a bit for Justin. So if Justin can get a strike here.
Yep, they've already got 2 doubles working going home.
Oh, and he does not quite get away with it.
Great count.
Yep. See if he can pick up the spare. And he does. So they're working on 4 marks going into the 10th and 2 doubles. And I think there's no doubles on the rock and rollers yet.
No, 1273, 1236 heading home.
So once again, down to the 10th frame. Let's see what these teams do.
Oh.
And that's what we do.
Tibbs with a no doubter.
Oh, and then Jamie gets tapped there. She'll want to make sure she spares that up.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you can stay within it here.
Oh, split.
Oh.
And she misses her spare. Oh. That spare would have been really nice.
He needs 1 pin.
$285 to $281. Oh, close.
Wow. And we talked about the counts last frame on the head pin. It's amazing how often that comes back to.
Yeah.
So Kaylee was up 20 here with a ball to count, but Smitty already threw the first strike.
Oh,
it's got to come back.
She does not get the strike.
But big count though.
Yeah.
That, the spare here puts her in charge still.
Yep, spare in 28. She can shut him out. Brandon needs a second strike.
Of course, they got a pin tangle.
I think we should call them pin jams from now on.
Yeah.
I think you're onto
It's like
something.
I was on free fall. Great
Free
spare.
fall.
There you go.
For those of you out there, pins didn't always have strings.
Yeah.
The good old days, Steve
Yeah.
says, his age.
A good half by Kaylee.
So chop off would guarantee her a tie. Anything more than that, and she will wrap up the match.
Yeah, a girl. Look at that. Nice strike. Great game by Kaylee. Because, yeah, the most Brandon can get is what, 296?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still solid game.
Yeah, he won't be disappointed in that. He'll be disappointed in the loss, but the game he'll be happy with.
Yeah. Oh, it is just like the Misfits are just going to get tapped. All right.
So kind of a rare occasion that the Rock and Rollers are playing from behind, pace-wise.
Yeah.
Usually they're putting up the numbers, so that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, Curtis missing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I fear that these two missed corner spares on the Misfits are going to come back to haunt them.
Yeah. I would tend to agree with that.
That said, both Shane and Brad missed corners in 8 and 9 as well. But
yeah. Yeah, solid game for Brandon. 286.
224. So chance for Courtney to free wheel for totals here.
Yeah. Oh, great shot. Yeah, I don't know if she made an adjustment or what, but whatever she did, it certainly is working for her this second half.
Alan's trying to make Shane work for his, even after a 6-bagger.
Yeah.
Yep, he's still got 330.
Yeah. He's got his own little Yahtzee there.
Yeah.
333 left. He can still force Shane to get a mark and a count.
Oh, another great shot. A little ham bone action.
Ham bone to finish for Court.
Oops. Oh. Oopsies.
Yeah, that's one of those oopsies.
Yeah.
And now totals looking more and more out of reach for the Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Rollers looking to put up a 1,500 here.
Spare. Still nice 306 for Alan.
Yeah. And like the Misfits have another 1,400 here, and like those are huge games, and to potentially walk away with 6-2 here, for the Rock and Rollers, like a 1,400 to take 2 points. Those ones hurt, and but that's unfortunately the league, and when you're playing against the other playoff teams.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure.
We're only halfway through the league, and we're already counting teams as playoffs, but it's hard to deny the team leading the division in the Rock and Rollers a playoff spot at this moment when they're throwing 1,500s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a little bit of tables being turned there on the Misfits to throw such a big game and like you said, walk away with 2.
And poor Alan, I'm not sure how many 300s have been thrown at him already this year.
Yeah.
So with a few last balls being thrown here, we have a 6-2 win for the Rock and Rollers. Justin takes another win.
Yeah. And
He's,
+3 is going to go up again.
Yeah, he's gonna keep his MVP hopes alive by
no kidding.
doing that. So 1440 for the Misfits to 1499. Ooh, Shane's not gonna let Brad forget that. You missed the corner pin for the 1500.
Yeah. Oh wow. Another amazing match.
Yeah, we will bring in our managers here once we get Mr. Barker all settled, or not Barker, Mr. Chafe all settled here.
Steve's like, I'm pretty settled.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't get much more settled than this.
Fair enough. We'll just wait on him. But yeah, great match. Obviously, lots of strikes again. All right,
Yeah,
we will bring in our managers. We have Mr. Shane Chafe and Barry. Welcome back to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Shane, what did you say to Brad there after messing up your 1500?
I mean, if we had to have a decent anchor bowler, we'd have 15 on the board. So, I mean, he's probably getting benched next game. And it's a disgraceful performance.
Fair. 303, miss a corner pound on your last ball to blow the 1500.
Steve's done.
Pick it up. Obviously, great match for the Rock and Rollers, 6-2. Barry, kind of the tables flipped on you guys there. You guys still shot 1400 and unfortunately walked away with 2.
Had to get Curtis a little bit more relaxed there after the break there. Sort of, he was pushing himself there, especially after throwing the 400.
Yeah.
But, we had what 300s also, and 1440.
Nothing to complain about there.
For sure.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Jamie came in and gave you guys a good spark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She needed that spare on the 10, but things happen.
Yeah. And Kaylee's been super solid for you today. Yeah.
So get a bit of a break now.
So Shane, obviously you guys only. Yeah, for sure. You got an hour wait there, Barry. Shane, obviously Rock and Rollers 1 game today after your open qualifying. Great day for you guys overall, and solidifying yourself at the top for at least another week. Great day for the Rock and Rollers.
And that was like kind of goal came in to win the game. We only got 1 game, so I can't say we threw 1500, so 1499. But the second half of those games were crazy. I mean, both teams 16 for 16 in a row on marks both sides. So good match.
Yeah, amazing match. Well, all right, we'll let you guys go. Barry, we'll see you in an hour, and we'll jump into our commercial here. Have a good day.
See you guys. Thank you.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, we are halfway through our show today, but we have a couple big matches here. We have the Roses entering their fourth match of the day, or their fourth match of the season, and Trash Pandas their 10th match of the season. So
That's right.
Trash Pandas are closing in on the end of their season, and the Roses are just getting into it. So without further ado, we'll get our managers in here. So from the Roses, Stacy and Mr. Ken Kurtz from the Pandas. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good morning.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
So obviously we've been talking about it quite a bit here, but Pandas, you guys are at the end of your season almost. You guys are at the 500 mark. You need that little extra push probably to get yourself into a playoff look. So this is a big match against obviously a tough opponent in the Roses. How's the team feeling there, Ken?
Well, we're a little short today. We only have one sub today that we got one away at another bowling tournament and one that they wouldn't give him time off work. So.
I gotcha. I know Connor is at IP Provincials, so he's one of your players that is unavailable. So obviously with only that one poll, the team's got to look to get off to a bit of a hot start here.
Well, they need to, and I've got a big whip hanging behind here.
Any type of motivation needed.
That's right.
Stacy, so obviously Roses, you get such a tough loss in the first match, 5-3 there with a 1400. What have you been doing? I see some pictures going on at the lanes right now. How's the team feeling?
They're good. I always say, like, what Carrie wants, Carrie gets. So we called in Maria Dalton, and our Roses paparazzis here, and Maria's taking all the pictures for us. So it's fun having Maria. We do have a tournament going on the other side, so I'm kind of pulling a double duty, and we got a couple Monday night players and stuff over there bowling. So just busy,
Yeah, for sure. The job never quits, does it?
Kind of.
I think the Wi-Fi is struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
With that all being said, we will let you guys get started here. Stacy, can you give us the lineup?
Yeah, Parker, Christine, Marcello, Michaela, with Daryl and Derek, the sub for this game.
Perfect. And Ken for the Trash Pandas.
We got Derek starting, Maddie second, Kara third, Curtis fourth, and Larissa anchoring. And David's on the bench.
Amazing. All right. Well, we'll get you guys started here right away, and best of luck.
Good luck, guys.
Stacey. Good luck.
Good luck.
Right. So we're having a little bit of camera issues, but we will get that straightened out here quickly. there is nothing wrong with your screens. It's just my screen. But with that being said, we'll go over the lineups here really quick. So from the Roses.
The Roses. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Steve.
All right. Parker Anderson, Rich Weber, Derek Holm, Marcelo Jurisic, Daryl Wood, Christine Pozza, Michaela Sanderson, managed by Stacy Weber at Toppler Bowl in Calgary, Alberta.
And for the Trash Pandas, we've got Connor Levitt, Curtis Deering, Kara Deering, David Sisko, Derek Lewicki, Larissa Long, Madison Jenkins, Dan Radeye, and manager Ken Kurtz at Panorama Lanes in Medicine Hat.
Amazing. All right. We got our screens back, and
yeah,
hopefully the internet settles down and we can get a little bit better quality here for you guys, but we are ready to rock and roll.
So interesting change on Pandas. Curtis usually plays anchor in the Pandas, and we've got Larissa in there, which is a very solid choice. I know Curtis had some struggles their last game in December, but I don't know if that had anything to do with the decision.
Yeah, Curtis played anchor most of the start of the year, and then I know at least 1 week they had him up top and Connor on the bottom, and Curtis played okay, but team struggled a little bit, so maybe they're just trying to find a little bit of a different mix. And of course, as Ken mentioned, Connor's playing a different event today.
Yeah. And we haven't seen a lot of Kara this season, so it'll be interesting to see how she plays today.
Yeah, obviously getting her in the starting lineup here with the short pull. So
yeah. And as mentioned, a huge day for the Trash Pandas. They've only got 3 games left, 2 after today. They're 5-4 this season in their 9 games, 36 and 36 point wise. A couple of their wins have been very, very close splits, as Gary knows. Which we won't bring up. They've been involved in a lot of close games and a lot of dramatic finishes.
Yeah, obviously the Trash Pandas had a close win against the Crushers, so a lot, like you're saying, a lot of their matches are close, which is obviously keeping them in like a playoff look, right? They could those could have been close losses, and then they'd be really trailing. But this team digs deep.
Yeah.
Great shot by Madison.
Yeah.
Quick start for the Pandas, and Parker with a great shot, and Christine getting tapped on that corner. So great start for teams.
Yeah, Pandas have averaged 245 this year for their 9 games. Larissa 259, Derek 261, Curtis 246, Connor 241, David 236, Madison 241. Dan 225, and as you mentioned, Kara's only played 4 frames this year. So
yeah. Starting with a split this game. So obviously, the people missing, Connor playing IP provincials, and we have Dan Radeye having to work today. So I wouldn't do the league justice and myself justice if we didn't announce the Kunek merch drop. People can go on Facebook or the 5PL website to find the link to put in your order on the form. For just $25, you can get your any color you want, literally, and any logo you want, including vintage logos or old logos of existing teams.
Ooh.
Yeah. Some old Mad Hatters and some Bridge City Bandits.
Bandits, right? I already have all those. It's fine.
And we have Michaela anchoring for the Roses today. It's exciting. I like that.
Yeah. That'll be, and she's more than capable. Like she's a great person to have there, I think.
Yeah.
Even though she's quite young, she's, as we previously mentioned, she's solid.
Yeah. And Derek Holm loves nothing more than being a big cheerleader. He's a coach and manager through his slow pitch experience, and I'm sure he enjoys being there for the team through everything as well, right? Well, we have somebody playing with a camera here.
And again, Derek struggled a little bit this year so far by his standards, especially after the huge numbers he put up last year.
Yeah. I love Larissa, but that probably should have been a head pin. I'm just throwing that out there. She got away with that one.
All right.
We got 3 marks for Matt, or for the, I was going to say the Mad Hatter's first frame, but it's the Pandas. It's fine.
Derek,
And
just
then,
a little left there.
Oh, another great shot by Parker. Oh, well, shoot.
Yeah. Remember when I said how the cameras were doing so well at the start of this whole thing?
Oh, yeah, no, it is definitely your fault.
With the Trash Pandas camera issue, and we're having Toppler Rose's player camera having focus issues. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But we hope you guys are still enjoying it, and it is readable enough at the moment.
Yeah.
Technology across the country.
Yeah. A little misfire by Miss Jenkins there, but sure
She's got the ball to spare it.
Yeah.
Just on the nose.
All right. Little head pin trouble for Rich. All right.
So I wonder how the almost hour break turned out for the Roses. Obviously, they lost a tough one, but with the 1400, so great game. And then they're probably watching on the sidelines. And then when you see the next 2 teams both throw, 14 and a half and what would have been 1500 if Brad had hit the corner.
Yeah.
That's got to get your heart pounding in your head right back into it.
Yeah.
When people are putting up numbers like that.
Yeah, I'm sure if they're watching any of it, they know that what today's show meant to a lot of these teams, right? That like the Roses are just getting into it. Then you want to get off to a hot start. Rock and Rollers are solidifying their spot at the top of the leaderboard. Yeah. And then you got the Misfits that are looking to solidify a playoff spot, right? They such a big day. It's 25% of your season in one day.
Yeah.
And the Trash Pandas in kind of desperation mode with 3 games left.
Yeah.
Two after today, and they're sitting at 500, which usually gets close to.
Yeah, they're knowing they're needing probably all 3 wins, if not 2, and hopefully a small loss, right? Like it's a big day for them too, right? And just one match means so much. Yeah. Great shot by Larissa. Great double.
And then the Rebels playing the last game today, and they're 4-1 to start the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a great lineup today.
Yeah, as obviously the farther and farther we get into the season, each week is going to matter more and more, especially for the teams playing in them. But they'll also reflect the teams that are pretty much done their season already. Like, these weeks are big.
Yeah.
Every week gets bigger and bigger. Obviously, just like every other sport.
Yeah. And
Great
Derek
job there,
gets.
Derek.
So we were talking about camera views, and this is one of those ones where it would be nice if the Pandas were adopting, kind of like Steve, what you were saying, where you're coming at it from over the ball return, maybe, where you don't have to wait for the player to get out of the
lane of view.
Yeah.
Just a little more to the right would be.
Mm-hmm.
Farther back,
Great
a little
shot
more
by
height.
Maddie. Yeah.
The Revengers and the Trash Pandas could maybe look at their camera angles a little bit more. The Revengers are bad out of Regina. They're like right behind. But small issues. We still have great quality from them. We still get to see the result.
Yeah.
Well, and that's it. You're just at that place now where it's now tweaking it to make it even better, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's what can the teams do, the team managers, the tech people, to make their team cameras look just that much better, right?
Yeah. Because even Topper, right, being dead behind.
Yeah. They almost just have enough height that it's okay, but when you have a tall fellow like Rich Weber, he kind of covers up his pins.
Or Parker.
Yeah, if Rich and
Or
Parker
Parker,
could be like shorter, that
Yeah.
would work better.
The camera angle is probably a little bit easier than cutting off their toes or their
Oh, that's
ankles.
fair. If that's how you want to go about it, that's,
So again, early in the Roses season with 3 games in, but the game today, and then they're back in action next week. I think they play the Eclipse the last game of the day, but I know they also play the Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So again, next week will be more more implications for potential playoff teams and standings and stuff. That makes it fun. There's so many teams in the mix. It's such a great league.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's flirting with a thick shot. I'm just
She's
throwing that
feeling the
out
role, Michelle. She's feeling the role.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's throwing it so well.
she is.
Yeah.
And she has, and I know we've talked about this before, her game has gotten so much better over she's always been a great bowler, but she's really elevated her game the last couple of years.
Yeah. How do you think Cello feels about his sister anchoring behind him on the same team?
You should pull him in and ask him.
If she's bowling the way she's bowling and throwing strikes,
I'm sure he's pretty happy.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Parker going up for his 4th frame here.
And it looks
What do
like
you got?
Derek's going in for Rich in the next frame.
Yeah. Oh, split. Yes, we have Mr. Home coming in for Rich Weber.
and again, Stacy looking at even though the match is close and Rich actually ahead, sometimes you've got to look at totals, and it comes down to much more than just the matches. If someone's struggling, they're struggling regardless of what their opponent's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder if Stacy's looking at the fact that also Kara is struggling and wondering how many points they can start piling up in that 3-hole.
Yeah.
So I imagine Ken's probably looking at that same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to jump when you can. You always want to be. I always want to be proactive.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Maddie having problems with that even frame.
Mm-hmm.
Darn right.
Can't call it the right lane anymore.
No.
Oh, there she goes.
There she
That's
goes.
fair. Christine getting tapped on hers again.
Yeah.
Some pin carry issues at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of been Christine's game. I know, I forget which weekend I happened to be sitting beside her father, Harvey, and he was talking about it, and he's like, she's just having a hard time getting strikes. She's getting lots of corners, but
Yeah. Good strike by Kara there.
yeah, Kara making Ken rethink his thought process here.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek comes in and throws that strike, exactly what Stacy was hoping for with that sub.
Well, and I think too, psychologically, when you've got a weapon like Derek home,
Mm-hmm.
Even if he comes in and struggles a bit, it kind of makes the other team take notice.
Yeah. I think Curtis was hoping for one more pin on that one.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, just dead on the beak. Curtis, that's what I've noticed. Obviously, the Crushers had their match against Trash Pandas, but Curtis doesn't get clean head pins. He gets 7 counts a lot.
Yeah.
Just all that rotation he puts on that ball.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you hope it's just 7.
Yeah, sometimes it comes for chops. Him and Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. A little battle of the anchors here.
And such an impressive start for Michaela. We talked about it. Their first game, came in today 268 average with 2-0, and then a nice 300 to start the day. Her first game today.
Yeah. Oh, left corners for both ladies.
Yeah. And this speaks to the league as well. Bowling is such I would consider it a gender neutral sport. You have 2 ladies anchoring both these teams.
Yeah.
So we kind of look at it like, oh, the men fill out the teams and stuff like that. I don't see it that way. It's you can put girls anywhere on these lineups, and there's some teams playing with 4 ladies in the lineup. So
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
It's amazing to see this.
Yeah.
And you certainly can't succeed in this league without strong women, and you see it with the great teams. There's no.
Well, Steve, I assume with the Mayhem, you have Hall of Famers Connie Ward and Linda McLean on the team.
It's not like I have to play one of them. It's like I get to play 2 of them.
Yeah,
exactly. I love the league for that reason. It doesn't matter who you're playing; it could be absolutely anybody, and it's going to be a tough match.
Mm-hmm.
Just too dead center there.
Yeah. Maddie's just having a little issue to the right there.
Just thin.
Yeah.
Derek with a little turkey up top there.
Yeah. It's both ladies opening in the 5th there.
Yep.
So that'll keep that match pretty close.
Yep. Madison made sure she's 3 pins up going into the commercial break. None of these matches are runaways. They're all tight.
No. Yeah, absolutely. Keeping it close.
That's right.
I always love the Cara Deering lean.
Yeah. A big backup ball, right? She's
The Deerings
lean to bring it back.
Yeah, the Deerings are hosting the Open Provincials this year at Panorama Lanes.
Yeah.
A little sneak preview to where the provincials will be held.
I didn't play that well at the Beef Bowl there this year, but I have fond memories of Open Provincials there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully a repeat. Curtis looking to get back on it here.
Yeah, there it goes. Throws a bomb.
And Cello with a strike in front of his sister there, hopefully leading her to create frame. Ooh. It's a little quick. She fell out of the shot, and Larissa, heavy again, gets the pin.
Oh, wow.
594 with everything counted in this time at Cubica
Yes.
at Panorama Lanes. So 594 we have.
Yeah.
So Trash Pandas with a slight lead going into our commercial break.
Oh.
Those two pins are glued down, aren't they?
Yeah.
Frustrating part of it, picking a 3-pin too. You throw the second ball really, really well, and if it's full, you really don't have a chance at the spare.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And 539 for the Roses. We'll roll our commercial break.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right. Let's see what's going to go on in the second half. Neither team has come out really super strong in the first half. So it'll be interesting to see.
Not so far. And I think if you're the Roses, a bit of a rough start for three of their players. And you got to be, happy that you're still close and sure Trash Pandas aren't running away.
No. Parker's been pretty solid today, though.
Yeah, 339, his first game after averaging 304 coming into today. He's been And a good job by Derek too. And again, shows the depth of the league with Connor, who often plays leadoff for them, not available, and
Mm-hmm.
throw Derek in there, who's averaging 261 this year, and now he's on a 4-bagger.
Yeah.
AKA
Hambone. Let's see if Maddie can get her first ball sorted. And nope. She was unusual for Maddie. She's usually pretty solid in there. Just a little blip today.
Yeah, just maybe a little ahead of herself and not getting the ball out far enough.
Yeah.
When she's missing
Agreed.
to the right. Fairly similar style, her and Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Both with that big backup, occasionally falling off to the right, but
yeah,
do that one well.
So with Derek opening up their 6, that gives Kara a chance to jump even in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and stats-wise, he came in with a lead, so it's only like he can't get a win. It's only his game to lose potentially.
Oh,
Ooh. Of course.
Tough head pin, yeah. Oh, one more? No.
7. So McKayla kind of running into a little bit of a struggle the last 3 frames here.
Mm-hmm.
Missing her corner spare and then the open frame in 5.
Yeah. And just a reminder, Pandas do have David Sisko sitting on the bench as well. Still,
Yeah.
that's their one and only poll. So I'm sure Ken's kind of trying to see where things are going.
Yeah, and with both those matches close, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of pick and choose. I know if you've got a couple people struggling and you're eyeing to make a move, usually it's the first person to miss.
Yeah.
I never like to, even if it's turns out to be the wrong move, I would rather do it before rather than wait and see what happens for a couple of frames.
No, for sure. Because you are running out of game to make a big difference here.
Yeah, and although close, like
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to let the other team get ahead in totals.
Right. Oops. Open frame for Curtis there. Kind of opening it up for Marcello.
And it would have been an interesting thought process for Stacy with her lineup, right? Parker's been playing so well, so you don't really want to move him at a leadoff. But if Derek wasn't playing it on the bottom, it's kind of, who else do I slot in there? I mean, obviously lots of choices, but and Larissa keeps throwing bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this pace, like Parker and Larissa are kind of, and even Derek. So there's your difference, right? They got 2 people carrying on Pandas and kind of only 1 carrying right now on the Roses.
Yeah, and he just is continuing to throw those bombs. You just need those middle players on the Pandas to pick it up a bit. Another great shot.
Stay up 7.
Oh, nice shot by Christine.
Christine's kind of found the speed ball now. She's getting the pins all fall over. And Madison.
See if she can get her ball out there.
Yeah.
But it's almost like a little overcorrection there where she's...
I think that's where we're seeing our pull.
Yeah.
She kind of came off the lane a little. speedy.
Yeah. Yep, and there's Mr. David Cisco.
Yep.
Say,
So obviously
and that's
Madison
being,
having a strong
yeah.
season is probably not too happy about that. About
No.
her.
No, she'll probably beat herself up over it a little bit, but
Yeah, she was averaging 241 going into today with 4 wins. So,
yeah.
but if you're going to get pulled, David's one you want following you and picking up what you left up there.
No, for sure.
Marcello with the 3-pin.
And
Oh,
yeah,
fall
Kara
off a little
just
bit.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of see the roses, I think, here kind of pull back into place, but Larissa and Derek looking to carry the Trash Pandas through this little lull that we're having.
Yeah. Yeah, Kara's just having a little bit of a struggle here.
Yeah, and the Trash Pandas have played a lot of games that have had pretty even splits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Cello gets the late string pull on his 3-pin spare. Oh, nice.
She has some sticks
Kara
for
wished
Kara.
that was on her second ball, but
Yeah. Let's see if Curtis can pick it up in the 4 spot there.
Yeah, a mark to stay ahead.
all right, 5 marks. 5 marks for the roses, 2 doubles.
Oh, and a chop. Oh,
12.
12.
I was kind of expecting the 12, just waiting to see if it was more than 12.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Good
he's got
spare.
the spare to keep him just ahead on this game.
Yeah. And if Lissa keeps going here, they're still working with 2 doubles, matching what's going on the other side. They just lost a little bit on the other 2 players, but they had that little bit of a gap built up. So
Yeah.
looking to keep it. 8:15 right at the moment, I believe.
Sure, we'll go with that. Oh, another great shot by Larissa.
I think so. 860.
Nice.
So we got 111 pins. Or 109 pins, sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, you'll be hoping that David coming in for Maddie will start generating some marks there. Oh.
And that slows
Mm-hmm.
a double out.
Yep.
Big chance for Derek here to jump ahead now. It's always kind of a blow psychologically too when with your highest score is losing their match.
Yeah. Yeah. And Derek comes back with another one. What is that? A 6? He's on? I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. That's right. The 6-pack.
Oh, come on, one more. Oh, shoot. He was really hoping for that chop. Because with Christine starting to get on a bit of a roll there, that game's going to start getting
And
more in her favor.
Great job by Christina. Continue to grind there.
Yeah.
Some really good shots the first 5 frames without a strike, and then
and just keep going. Yeah, until they come. Oh, there you go. There's another double for the roses.
Gonna be a little extra pressure now for Derek and Larissa to keep their strings going.
Mm-hmm.
The way the whole team is starting to go for the Roses.
Yeah. And just a few struggles happening here on the Panda side. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss there for Kara. There it is.
And again, the Trash Pan is a little short-handed today, but that's why we have 8-person rosters, and
That is true.
it's hard enough to fit everybody into the schedule.
Yeah. And another double for the Roses there.
Oh.
Ooh. I cannot do that.
Curtis pulling back out of that. So 2 doubles, or 3 doubles, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a double working for the Pandas already.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Curtis with that reset.
If they were playing head-to-head, Carrie, do you think there could have been a little intent with the reset there to try and slow things down?
Yeah, possibly. I think there's a little bit of pace of play, right?
Yeah. It's hard to do it when the 2 people behind you, though, are throwing so well, right? You don't want to have their momentum, but
that's true.
Yeah.
So that match is going to be really, really close.
Yeah.
Within a ball either way. That second match is still in range. Derek, of course, with the double.
Yeah. The third match, if Kara could, finish up with some strikes there, and if something happened with Derek, that could.
Yeah. Derek's next shot's going to be pivotal match-wise and for photos. But
so we got 936 for the Roses right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because those 45 points aren't counted. Oh, that looked better than that.
Yeah. She's been flirting with that most of this game.
Yeah.
And that kind of offsets like Parker's, stop too.
Yeah. So now they're working with 1 double, no other marks, and the Roses got 3 doubles and a spare. So frame 9 is going to be pivotal here.
Yeah.
Big frame for the Pandas.
Yeah. And the Roses looking to pounce.
Yeah.
Good cleanup though by Larissa.
Yeah.
And it's important.
Yeah. Parker up there in a hurry.
Yeah. Oh, a split. Another split.
All right. So Derek can keep the Pandas moving forward.
And of course, it's going to happen with lead-up bowlers in this league, but Parker, another guy who just seems to constantly have huge games thrown at him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, darn it.
No.
Not what he wanted there.
I gave him a 7 count, but clearly a head pin, so
Yeah.
we'll get that fixed here.
Looks like.
So Derek's obviously going to have a big lead going to 10 against Parker, kind of locking up that first match, but that really slowed team total down.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely would have liked that strike there to keep that buffer going.
Just push that one out to the right a bit.
Panda's probably happy seeing that double kind of slow down too.
She comes back with the half.
This is going to be intense.
Yeah. Keeping it exciting. Wouldn't expect anything less from 5PL.
No. Good job, Derek. Still working on his double sets. Big count.
Yeah.
Mr. Home looking to set the roses up.
Oh.
That three pin almost thought about.
Yeah. Good cleanup by Derek.
Yeah.
And a good half by Derek.
Yeah.
There we go.
Great shot, David.
Yeah.
Like we said, this 10th frame or this 9th frame is big now.
Mm-hmm.
The team total is so close. Cello getting a little fast there.
Yeah, a few times now off to the left.
Kara just cannot get away from that.
No.
Better looking shot, just on the nose.
Thing is, with cello opening up as well, it doesn't affect team total that much, right? This big spot is at the bottom with Michaela working on her double now.
Yeah. Yeah, and only
Michaela can keep the double working going into 10. That's huge.
Oh no. Oh, and Kara just went 5 whole, which did not help. Oh.
Roasted. Massive count, but also ends that double.
Yeah.
So now Curtis and Larissa can all the pressure back in with.
Yeah, if they can throw some strikes for the potential of doubles. Oh.
That was just ugly right out of the hand.
Yeah, there wasn't much drama there.
Yeah.
This is not usually how you see these matches kind of unfold. Usually there are big strikes going in 9, going into 10. Here it's kind of survival, right?
Yeah.
Don't throw it away.
There it is.
Nice spare. Ball side spare.
Yeah. Just hit it going by on the left. Yeah,
Curtis's speed.
Bar was set pretty high our first 2 games today with the finish.
Yeah. See if Larissa can get back on it. And she does. You could see that just right out of the hand. Yeah.
So 2 strikes and a spare for the Pandas and 3 spares for the Roses. And we got 30 pins.
Yeah, I was going to say, 1067 to 1092?
Might even be 1057.
Could be.
Yep.
Great shot by.
He's got 306 left, so Derek should just be freewheeling for totals.
Yeah. Yeah, great shot.
Taking that match.
Yeah.
1072 at the moment. So yeah, it was 1057.
Right.
So 40 pins they got to make up on their extra strikes.
Yeah. Nice game by Parker. Not enough, but still solid game.
Yeah, his average will drop a bit.
Another great shot by Derek.
Yeah, and Derek stepping into the leadoff role today and throwing a big game for them.
Nice shot by Christine.
The strike. Big count on her spare. Utilizing that extra ball. So as a team, as the Pandas, knowing that your middle matches are pretty tough, Curtis obviously is still winning his, but is just trying to survive these middle matches and give Larissa the shot to win it in the end, right?
Yeah.
And here, the Roses are just throw as many strikes as you can, and maybe, you never know, put it out of reach, even though they got the extra strikes working on the Panda side.
Yeah.
Ooh, David.
David with the 5.
Christine
Great
throwing
second
the 3
half.
to finish that.
3. Nice half.
Yeah.
If he can put a strike on that. So obviously Christine has that game.
Yeah.
Nice strike by Derek.
So Rich will be happy getting the 3-frame win.
Yeah. Oh, and poor Kara, just another head pin. Oh,
He was ahead
tough
when
game.
Rich went in,
Right.
or when Derek went in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Okay. This is getting danger territory now.
Yeah.
We have 12:27 to 11:39. Team total is getting pretty tough now. Yeah. Just look at the Roses 10th frame though.
Yeah. When you got a team like that on the ropes, you can't leave any breathing room.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Oh, good shot, Curtis. Ooh. Hey, still alive here.
Yeah. Well, Curtis take that match. So they have 76 left for the Trap Pandas, I believe. So not anymore. I think it could have gotten a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
If they'd run the table. Michaela will go up. She'll have 285 left for her score.
So we can get to another 75 pins. Yeah. It's pretty much locked up for the Roses now. So we got 1183.
Yeah. It's 58. I've got faith in Michaela.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. So another 5-3 split.
Yeah.
So 5-3 split. Roses involved in 2 splits today, making them 500.
Yep, and again through 6 frames, they only had really Parker going.
Yeah.
But they were able to kick in, and Trash Pandas were really relying on Derek and Larissa there.
Yeah. And Derek and Larissa only had 3 bad frames between the two of them.
Yeah.
Or 3 open frames, I guess I should say, not bad frames. But
yeah.
Great game by Derek. Great game by Larissa. Parker obviously with a solid game. And yeah, we get with a 5-3 split that way. And yeah, 271 by Christine and 285 by Michaela. Solid matches. We will bring in our managers here once they're settled and ready. Bring our beautiful faces again there, Steve. We just have Michelle popping in, popping out. I know she had headphone issues there for a second, but we'll bring in Stacy and Ken. Extremely close match again, guys. Like 5-3 split. Stacy, obviously you're involved in both splits today. Getting 500. It's crazy how the highs you guys go from 1400 to a 1300 and it flips on you, right?
Yeah, but that's Pro League.
Yeah, no doubt. Ken, and obviously you had Derek and Larissa bookending having great games, but the middle of the team just couldn't find a double anywhere. It just was really rough.
Yeah, it was pretty tough to win totals when you have a game like we did in the third match. But that happens, and that's the way the ball bounces. So.
Yeah. The crazy thing about the league, right? You just never know when you're gonna strike gold and when you're gonna run into a rough patch. But great match, 5-3 splits, no real damage. Obviously, that puts the Pandas behind 500 by a point, but with 2 matches to play, you still have that 500 pin or that 500 within sight and a playoff spot still there. That's crazy to say. Almost your whole season looking at a playoff spot still.
Right.
Yep, Stacy, long way to go. You guys are back in action next week, of course. Saw there again, the only 2 matches you lost with 303 and 285 that game. Parker seems to have a target on him all the time. He has a lot of big games thrown against him, but putting up big numbers, and yeah, you got away with the split today and 2 big games next week for you guys.
Yep.
Amazing. Well, we'll let you both go. Have a great rest of your Sunday, and we'll get to our last match of the day.
Okay, good luck, Stacy, on the way. Yeah, thanks, guys. Bye.
All right. See you later.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, here we go. Let's bring in our team managers for our last match of the day. So we have a new face, it looks like, for the Rebels. Joel?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. And Mr. Barry Urquhart from the Misfits.
Back again.
Back again. Match 3 of the day. So we're looking at 4 and 5 in the standings before today's matches. Oh, and look, we might have Michelle joining us here shortly. Obviously, Joel, how is the Rebels feeling? You guys are in a playoff spot at the moment, and you're getting into the middle half of your season. How's the team feeling going into a one-match day against the Misfits?
Yeah, feeling very well. We had a nice start of the season. We want to keep going on for sure. We saw they bowled very nice 1400s this morning, so we just like to try to stop that a little bit and give a good performance and give a good match out there.
Yeah, for
Does
sure.
that give you extra motivation, Joel, when you see the big scores being thrown up? That it gets you pounded and motivated, wanting to get in there.
Yeah, 100%. We were having a nice team breakfast this morning, and we saw that nice 9-bagger to start the game. We were we were hoping you would actually make it. It's always nice to see when it's not against your own team. So we always enjoy seeing those nice performances.
For sure. Barry, obviously a little hour break after your 2 matches this morning. Looking for obviously a win here against a team that is slightly ahead of you in the playoff schedule. So how is the team feeling after that hour break here?
Well, they had a little bit of relaxation, so hopefully they're ready for the last game here and ready for another 14 or maybe even 15 if we can pull it off. It's be really nice, but
yeah, for sure.
Lots of strikes. For sure,
hopefully the team is ready to get up and going because we know the Rebels are always coming out firing. You guys have put on a strong performance for your first 5 matches, so we're excited to watch your 6th match of the season. So with that all being said, Misfits, what's your lineup for this match?
We're going to keep the same. We're going to go with Jamie leadoff, Kaylee second, Curtis third, Alan fourth, and Justin in our anchor spot with Brandon and Ron on the bench.
Amazing. And Joel for the Rebels.
We'll go with Fred first, then Eric, Mode, Alex, Geek. We have Ben and Erica off the bench, and I'll be sitting out this one.
All right, taking on the manager's role. Well,
Yes,
best of luck, and play well, guys.
Good luck, Phil.
Thank you, both well.
Good luck, guys.
All right, here we go. Last match of the day.
Yeah. So, sorry about that, guys.
No, you're all good.
So sometimes you think that your computer is plugged in, but you don't realize that at the battery pack, it didn't connect.
Then she goes down.
And then she goes down and you're like, oh, okay. Oh, it's like your computer's gonna run out of battery power. I'm like, what do you mean? It's plugged in. Oh, anyhow, yay technology. I think that's been the theme of today, hasn't it?
You bet it has. So let's go over our lineups here, or our rosters, I should say. Misfits.
All right, we've got Curtis Dunas, Ron Perry, Jamie McCara, Kaylee Mack, Michelle Hoyle, Brandon Coburn, Justin Langrock, Alan Hurst, and manager Barry Urquhart, bowling out of Bonnie Doon Lanes in Edmonton.
Leaving Mr. Barker with the Quebecois.
Yes, the Rebels or the Rebelle de Quebec. Alex Samir, Eric Villeneuve, Joel Chrétien, who's managing today, Guillaume Sagan, Benoit Saint Laurent, Fred Martel, Maude Rondeau, and Erica Duhamel-Laurent, Saldiki Perry in Gatineau, Quebec.
Amazing.
Yeah. You'd think I worked it out that way, but I did not.
Great start for Jamie, throwing the first strike.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if the atmosphere's changed at all for the Misfits, because Next Gen is now playing. I can't see which side of them there are. It looked like there's about 4 lanes difference, I think, unless I'm seeing it wrong. Next Gen heading into just finishing the 9th frame of their game against the Avalanche currently. It'd be an exciting finish. And to show the depth of the teams in the league, Next Gen started that game with neither Tit-Gat starting in the lineup.
Oh, wow. That's interesting, isn't it?
So we have
there we go.
The Misfits on 18 and Next Gen is on lane 22. So you're right, 4 lanes apart.
Okay.
We have a lot of the Rebels must be standing next to the camera because they got the shakes going on.
Oh, if you get motion sickness, do not keep an eye on that camera.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll let Joel know if he's still listening, or maybe get the players to stand away from the table or the tripod, wherever the camera is sitting.
Good half by Curtis.
Unless it's right under a really strong ceiling fan or something.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see if I can work my magic here. See if I can figure this out.
And we will try to update the totals for the Rebels. Their system does give, I think, in the neighborhood of like 10 points for a spare, and it estimates on strike.
Oh, yeah.
Tried to figure it out, but have not really noticed a pattern.
Right.
So
that's right.
The total on their screen won't always be accurate.
Good strike for Alan.
Oh, I may have figured this out for us.
Oh, shoot. Well, 7 count for Justin. Oh. There you go. I'll take crooked over shaky.
No more bouncing.
Yeah. Oh, tough shot.
All right. Like as we said, these teams are really close in the standings. So this match obviously is going to be big for the Misfits because they're 1 point down on today's session below 500. Mm-hmm. So they obviously want a big win here to get them above 500 for a session. But the Rebels are just slightly above them in the standings, sitting at that 700 mark. So the Rebels are hoping to continue that 700 pace.
Yep, they come in 4-1, 28 points, and 12 against. They had an 8-0 win against the Pinslayers with 14:58. They beat Pinsanity 6-2 with 12:34. Lost to the Carnage with 11:98. beat the Trash Pandas with 12:05, and then beat the Rock and Rollers with 13:50.
Right.
So they come in averaging 258 as a team.
Okay.
Yeah, so very similar average. Just squeaking or getting those wins when they need them, right? That the teams all across the board can kind of average the same, but it's the teams that throw the big 10th frame that steal team total, right?
Yeah.
And the other 6 have been pretty steady, but Guillaume stands out, averaging 310 with 4 wins, and Alex Samir averaging 284 so far.
Right.
All right. What do we got?
Great shots.
So 4 marks to 3 marks going into the second.
Yeah. They're just sliding by there.
There we go. All in there. Kayla's getting started back up again.
She's had a good day today and
she has, yeah.
Thrown really well.
And if you're curious what I was talking about with the scoring, Fred starts spare strike and it's showing 68 for him. So
obviously. Totally.
I wonder if Pyrie is going to get the upgrade, because I believe they upgraded the other center to Steltronic, right? Gerber?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I believe so. I think they, over the summer, they upgraded to Steltronic. So you never know. I know these scoring systems aren't cheap, and any automatic scoring is delightful for entertainment value for sure.
Yep, and even what Pinsanity's done with
the spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah. For Alan to play in a manual score, or have Pinsanity play in a manual scoring house, and then him to sit there and update a score sheet for us is dedication.
Absolutely. And you know the score is always going to be clear, which is nice.
You bet. We're lucky enough at Sherwood Bowl that we can pull directly from the computer system, and I know Jeff England at Nebs does it the same thing. It makes life a lot easier when you can pull it directly from the digital system instead of having a camera pointed at the scoreboards. But
he's able to link the monitor directly. Which
it's so nice.
It's nice. Plus, it's nice for me because I just have to, set up my phone for the score camera and we're good to go.
Yeah, makes life easier.
Yeah.
Great frame by both teams. Marks across, or a double on each side, evenly matched.
Yep.
Yeah, great shot by Jamie there.
198 for the Rebels after 2.
Fred finding that middle hit pin. So as I mentioned in earlier in the show about the sports desk idea, I haven't had any messages.
What?
I know. What the heck? It's like people don't want to voice their opinions. I don't know.
That seems strange.
Maybe not in the public face,
Maybe.
Yeah, because even like what you're talking about would be like a league specific podcast.
Yeah.
But everyone involved in the normal podcast plays a big role in the league. So you want, you want outside opinions.
Yeah, we want a fresh look. Somebody that's not going to hold back. Somebody that, because if if we say something, because we're crushers, if we say something, it could be taken the wrong way, and we don't want that. We want people with outside viewpoints.
Right.
And if we get bashed as the crushers, we love it. Bring it on. Tell us how bad we are.
Well, even on here, I know I try to be honest, but you also don't want to give anyone any bulletin board material or anything.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially when I'm just a manager, I don't have to play and back it up.
Yeah. See, and I've taken myself right out, so I should really be able to say whatever I want.
Yeah, you're wide open now, Michelle. You want to do the sports desk?
Right? I'll just start trashing everybody. It'll be fun. I still have to see a lot of people, so that.
Yeah, unfortunately, right? Yeah. Remember what you said about me last week?
Right? Oh yeah. Like,
Big shots here, both 4 players on doubles. Missed by Alan.
Yeah, no, Misfits have started pretty strong. So have the Rebels.
Yeah, no major mistakes, right? The one head pin on each side, or 2 head pins for the Misfits, 1 head pin for the Rebels. Real big mistakes. Besides that chop spare, Alex blew by it.
Right.
Yeah, and of course the double penalty is missing the count on the strike.
Yeah. So, Steve, are you in charge of math? Is that what we decided?
I am, yeah.
Excellent. Another great frame by the Misfits.
Yeah, hallmarks. Oh, slide for Liam. That's why he's averaging 300.
Yeah.
And hit him any way he wants.
Love the graphics on the Rebels. It just gives me a School of, what is it? The
School of Rock, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gives me 80s vibes.
Yeah, like I'm thinking the pinball machine's gonna come up next.
The Rebels 345 heading to 4.
Oh,
very close.
Another double there for the Misfits. Jamie at the top.
Fred finds the side of the middle on his head pin again. Great shot. Standings after this week are going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great shot by Kaylee.
Yeah, I know I might not wait till tomorrow to or whenever they get posted. They usually get posted fairly quickly.
Yeah.
I may have it figured out before that.
Usually the next day.
Yeah.
It all depends how long it takes the teams to submit their scores.
Right.
That's all.
And
as I did a full season of rewatching every single match to pull it, it gets tedious. So we have managers and roles and submit it as it comes in.
Yeah. No, those new score sheets are a great idea.
Okay.
And spoiler alert, I should have given you a 2-frame notice. The other game just ended on the other stream, and it was another 1400 game.
Oh, wow.
That came down to the very finish. I can't give too much away because I know people like Bill Brooks watch one live and record the other one, so they always want a.
They don't like the spoilers.
Yes, they always want a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great shot.
Yeah, this lineup for Misfits is just rocking it.
And what a great job Alan did, coming in their first game today. and I think it was the fourth frame. He came in early, and he's been rock solid since. And then Jamie starting the second game, and she has not let up at all.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, great frame for the Rebels.
So I've got 465 for the Rebels.
Okay.
After 4.
Misfits will retain a slight lead. And obviously they have one double working, and the Rebels have 2.
Oh.
A little bit of a miscue by Justin there. You don't see that too often.
No. I'm sure he'll bring it back to maintain his 300 average.
Yeah.
Oh. I guess everybody's allowed an oopsie daisy frame.
Well,
even
I don't know how the team feels about that.
Barry's probably like, no, Michelle, I disagree.
But sometimes if the frame's bad enough, you just, flush it and forget about it. If you just miss by a little bit or make one small mistake where you start to think about, oh, how can I fix that? Sometimes you just say, yeah, everything's been going great today. Let's just pretend that didn't happen.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And Jamie got a nice little break there with the chop off. I think she was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it was a little thick kind of going away.
Oh, and she capitalizes on it.
The celebration.
Yeah. Nothing worse than that missed opportunity, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Pivotal shots in the second match, heading into the break.
Yeah, heading into our 5th frame here. Teams looking to set themselves up for success in the last half.
Oh, there we go. Nice shot.
Yeah.
Gives
Kaylee's in a day. She's liking the way she's bowling, that's for sure.
Yep.
It probably has something to do with the big scores we've seen, but even with the little blip we had earlier, technical-wise, we're half a game ahead of the other stream. Sorry, Mitch, I love you, but I had to mention it.
That seems fair.
we had the rock and rollers today. That helps.
Yes, that always helps.
Nice shot.
Curtis has found
back in it. Yeah. Oh, nice
Great
shot.
by Mode. Great shot.
Yeah, I'm just hearing a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Every time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right. Alex looking to keep the Rebels striking here.
Yeah, great shot right out of the hand.
Renee is just down in the pit with his team, eh? He loves
it.
it.
Yeah. Unfortunate little head pin there for Alan. But
a great start to his game. He's not too I'm sure he's not too worried about the one blip. William finding unfortunately the center pin a little too heavy. You know, we've talked about this a few times, and Barry's probably going to let me know, but I'm going to check your guys' knowledge. What is the Yeti's name again?
Oh, I even had pictures with it.
Abominable? Bumbles?
It's down in the middle of that lane, just mocking us. Bumble. There we go.
There you go.
Bumble bounce.
Justin here, kind of back to back. interesting what he's gonna do during this commercial break, as we're getting the Rebels lane fixed here for Gilliam's last 2 balls. And so we got 629 for the Misfits, and then we'll wait a second while Steve gives us the updated Rebels total. Oh, it gave him a spare.
Spare?
We're obviously going to have that fixed.
Interesting.
The system's like, we really like you. I know you completely missed on that, but let's give you a spare.
624 before Guillaume's last ball. So virtually even.
Yep. If he picks the 5 pins, we're tied.
Yep.
Look at that. Tie game. All right. We'll run our commercial and we'll bring back the last half of our last match of the day.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.
All right, here we go. Last half. And we have a substitution. Benoit is going in for Fred.
Yep.
So, lead off position.
Seems fair. Jamie's pretty hot. You don't want to let that go too far. Everybody else seems to be in it. Gives them lots of game to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always tough. Like Fred starts spare and then strike pick. You know, but especially with the opponent going on a bit of a run, you can't wait too long.
Yeah. Oh. Jeez.
Tapped on a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, great shot. Just snuck past the deuce there on the right side.
Oh, and Kaylee gets tapped as well.
Yeah, pin side corner. You've seen them both in literally 3 seconds. Ball side and pin side.
Nice pick. And
Ooh.
Kaylee is not, she was hoping and she was praying.
Yeah.
Just ran out of lane. It was coming back, just not fast enough.
Yeah.
Just hoping hit a dry spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, had the sweepers right off it, waiting for it to come down. It didn't.
Oh, shoot.
Eric was looking for his hand bone.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
And again, for the Rebels, like with all of the 5-pin in Quebec being right around the Gatineau area, to have 2 Pro League teams, stacked, both teams very talented, and with lots of players still left that could play. It's just one of the hotbeds in our sport for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount of talent in one small part, right?
Yeah, and that's not including just going across the river and the whole Ottawa area, which has a boatload of great players.
Yeah. A little shaky coming out of the commercial break here. Curtis missing that corner pin twice, same as Kaylee.
There, good cover by Mode.
Alex working on the double here, a chance to really jump ahead in that match.
Oh, split for Allen. So a really good chance.
Spareable though.
Yeah. Nice turkey for Alex. Definitely gives him a boost in the game.
So again, the key shots at the bottom of the order aren't always at the end of the game. It's Justin comes up here struggling a bit himself. The 3 players ahead of him all open, but he's going to want to throw a strike and hand it right over to Jamie, who's throwing really well.
Yeah.
So I have 7:43 for the Rebels.
Yeah, and Justin just seems off this game, which is strange. He's so solid this season.
Yeah.
Are we looking at a trade?
I think so.
Yeah, because he threw that ball and you just saw he's just like.
Yeah, it's like he's a little ahead of himself and pulling it or overcompensating and being complacent out to the right.
Yeah. Those games where you're like, did I just forget how to? Great half for Brandon.
And tough spot for Brandon. He played, 3.5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Started and struggled a bit, and then Allen went in for him in the 4-hole, and he's kind of, I know he can throw on the side, but kind of, sat and watched the last. But again, that's the uniqueness of the league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great shot by Jamie. She's just ever since she started, she's just been so solid today.
Has just been leading this team pretty well the last 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Too fine there for Ben. Just missed off the side there.
See if Kaylee can get back on it here. Oh, head pin.
Nope.
Nope.
So a little bit of that commercial break lulls happening.
Yeah. See if Eric can start back up again. All the matches are pretty close. You've got Jamie's kind of pulling away from hers.
And as I mentioned with the Rebels, all kinds of national experience, both with Masters plus for the Open. They just have basically one qualifying, and if you make it, you're going to nationals. There's no provincial round because they don't have anyone to play against.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do pretty much what we do for our zone rounds, except they send the top team over.
Oh, okay.
Such a fierce competition. They're open though, right? Like,
yeah.
It's literally an all-star out of your provincial level is what they're doing, right?
That would be pretty intense, I would think.
Oh yeah.
Because at least in like other provinces, you have that team that, you have that initial, okay, make the team, and then you have provincials, but you have that as a team you're going, right? You've got that team support and everything. But to just go right in and being like, all right, whoever makes it, that's who's going to nationals.
The great thing about their system is obviously, like Steve said, they're all from the Gatineau region, so it's such a tight-knit community already.
Right.
Literally is your zone going to nationals every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just kind of skip that middle step.
Oh, great shot.
Looked like he pulled it a little bit, hung on there to get the slider.
Yeah. Enough speed with enough side. Slid out.
Yeah, and Alan's game's getting a little away from him here.
He had such a strong start too, and then just 3 frames of can't get the pins to fall over.
Yeah, got three matches that are very close, and like we've seen today, a couple people on runs that are just mismatched and not playing each other.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see if Brandon can.
Of course, mismatched. Of course, I mean just randomly not playing each other. Yeah. So I've got 881 for the Rebels.
Okay.
And that's counting 45 for the doubles.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got less than 30, so less than 2 balls. But flipped on the Misfits, right? They had a solid lead after 5, and it's kind of flipped on them.
And Rebels have 2 doubles that they're working on, and Misfits just have the 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, just a copycat of his shot earlier.
Yeah.
Just kind of that no man's land where if it's a little more of the pocket or a little thinner, probably gets away with it.
I think Ben would do really well if he just happened to move more left. I think he would get that little bit of angle that ball would bounce into that 2 pin, or if he pulls it, he just stays in the left pocket. So his ball kind of coming in from that right to a little bit, just that ball's digging too hard into the pins. It just it's not light enough to make that jump over to that deuce.
Right.
It's the wrong angle.
Yeah, it's hard when you're Yeah.
Living in the pocket and getting roasted every time.
Yeah.
Sucks.
And it's in such a short time frame too, right? If you're in a, an 8 or 10 game roll off and it's happening, it's like, okay, I can change this, but it's hard. It's hard to correct yourself off of those shots.
Yeah, 100%. He's literally thrown 4 frames and he got tapped twice.
Yeah.
Or he's only thrown 3 frames. Sorry, came in the 6th frame.
It's a pretty high level adjustment.
Yeah.
Curtis squeaks out the chop off there.
Mode's got a nice game building here against Curtis as well. Chop as well.
So again, the system adds on an extra 10 for spares. And then I still haven't quite figured out the doubles. Because for Guillaume, because for Guillaume's double, it's adding 15, but for Alex's double, it's adding like 23.
So it's using history. It's easy because it's a 4-bagger.
Okay, that is 230 though, so it is adding 15.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
not 238.
Because the zeros look like 8s. It's got that little thing in the middle.
Little dot.
Yeah. Right.
Dot matrix. There you
go. Just
so
keeping it
14 pin game between Curtis and Mode.
Oh, Alan gets the corner very in dramatic fashion. Oh, nice shot.
Much more sure about that one than the last one.
What's he on now? Is that a Yahtzee or is that a 6-pack?
I think it's a Yahtzee.
Yeah, Yahtzee. He had a handball in last frame.
Right. Oh.
A triple.
Yeah. So they're working on 2 doubles there. Yeah. And Misfits have just the one.
So I've got 10-28, which makes sense if it's showing 78 there when they give an extra 10 on spares and 15 on doubles. So
yeah,
10-28.
So just 40 points, give or take.
Just a reminder to viewers, when we're done here, if you flip over the other feed, they'll probably be hitting on their commercial break the same time we're finished, so you'll be able to catch the last half of their game. Next, Jana gets the kingpins, and again, no tickets in the starting lineup.
I know
Jamie gets a little blip there. Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I know Bradley's partner is playing in IP Provincial, so he might not even be available if he's down there supporting her.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then they had over 1,400 their first game. I won't tell you if they won or lost, so they might not have needed any bench players.
No spoilers here. So looks like Ben opens up in the 9th as well.
Confirmation from Barry that Brad is not in the building on the other side.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. That was a great shot for Kaylee. Oh, nice. Yeah. Getting marks in the 9th.
And again, just basically at the All-Star break in baseball terms for this season, but so many playoff implications with all the matches today, and it's going to be much of the same next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what I enjoy about the mixing up the divisions a bit, and whether we do it by random draw or just snake the standings, like get to see Mayhem play the Crushers for the first time ever. It's nice to have, we also play the Roses next week, who we have a nice history with from playoff battles and playing for 3 seasons, but also nice to play new teams too, just to mix it up.
Yeah,
that was kind of the weighing in, was like, do we keep the rivalries or do we mix it up? Because you're right, some teams will never see each other, so kind of nice to have both sides of it. We have a 6-pack.
Yeah.
And you want to do what you can to there's so much parity and so many good teams, but you also want to do what you can to keep the divisions even too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game by Alex is sure coming into play with the total. They're just gonna continue, because there's nobody really matching it on the Misfits side.
Yeah, the Misfits just 3 strikes their last 13, 14 players.
Yeah.
And you've got, at least 2 people on the Rebels who have done that themselves in the last 3 frames.
Yeah. Kind of once again, we have the Misfits having such a strong start, kind of a flip of their season so far. Usually it had slower starts and finished really strong, where this is kind of flipped on them. They've had strong starts today, but really struggling coming into the end.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say really struggling, just not performing as well as the other team, because they're still playing well. It's just not enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, with 7 out of 16 points coming in, averaging 283, 284 today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tough sledding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the team is playing well. It's just the opponent is just playing just that slightly better at the end.
Yeah.
1167 for the Rebels right now, so not as bad as it looks on the screen.
No.
The Misfits.
We do have a point for the Misfit side already.
Oh, excellent. Good half. And that black mark, that helps for the Misfits. Depends on what Ben does over here. He did just throw a 3-pin. Oh, and does not get the spare.
Just kind of a rough come in for Ben. He just he hit the pocket a few times, just couldn't get the pins to fall over for him, unfortunately.
And a nice game for Jamie with the 296.
All right, so we got match 2. Eric is just trailing by 4 pins. See how this shakes down. Kaylee having a great day.
Yes.
And again, Jamie doesn't play the first game and then comes in with 281 and 296.
Yeah.
She had a good day herself.
Yeah.
So unless some miracle shot here from Eric, this is going to be Kaylee's
game. Yeah.
Once again, that one game is carrying team total.
Yeah.
We've seen it in Misfits game 1, Misfits game 2, and once again in Misfits game 3.
Game 3, yeah.
One player gets hot and carries a team total.
Now the Misfits are making up a little bit of that here in the first two slots.
Yep, for
Throwing
sure.
some marks.
Oh, Rebels are running into issues here. This still available for the Misfits.
Yeah.
Great shot for Kaylee, yeah. Just right now, just counting an extra 15, I believe, on the other side. So I believe it's 23.
15. So 12-15. Now 12-18, right?
Nice shot by Curtis.
It gave her an 8 count. Is that correct? Oh, all right, they corrected it. Good.
Okay.
Okay.
Curtis is almost guaranteed that match. Just needs more than 5 or more than 6. Another 5-3 split, possibly,
Mm-hmm.
or a 6-2 win.
Yep.
12-19, I believe, heading to Alex's shot.
Oh.
Which huge would be an understatement totals wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever been on a show that had 3 5-3s. So
Right.
Alex,
Great
massive shot.
That's huge. So we need a big finish from Allen if they want to kind of keep in there.
Yeah.
Give themselves a chance.
An outside shot here still.
Yeah.
This next shot from Alex will kind of decide everything, though.
Nice shot by Allen.
Because the score should actually be accurate now, totals wise.
Ooh, that looked like
Okay.
a head
Here we
pin
go.
hop.
So even though Alex puts up a massive game, it's still open. But obviously still got to perform to steal those points.
Yep.
If this flips on the Rebels, it could be close in the standings between these two.
Another great shot by Allen.
This match has flipped twice already.
That's crazy.
Because the score is accurate up to date on there because game's on an open.
All right, so if Allen needs more than 5 to really give Brandon
A chance there.
an advantage here. Yeah, if he gets 5, then it's almost even.
Oh, pulled it.
Oh,
oh no! So if they both bang out, it's a tie. Is that correct for team total?
We've got Justin
Oh,
working
no.
on the strike.
No, Justin can win or Brandon can win by 1.
1, yeah.
I believe we can go 25-24, 13-25, 13-24 if they both bang out.
But wouldn't that be exciting? There's the first strike.
And
split.
Oh, interesting.
40-260.
I really wish the score system didn't guesstimate.
Yeah, right.
We won't know what their actual was.
Yeah, so match-wise, Justin throws another one. He can steal the match as well.
Brandon,
sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I corrected myself the first time, darn it.
1304.
And there's another
Great
one.
shot, Brandon.
Wow.
Unreal.
That's crazy.
Boy,
Wow.
we've seen some fireworks and some finishes today.
No
Today has
kidding.
just been unreal. So he needs more than 5 to steal the point, but they stole team
They have
total.
the total. Yeah.
And you're playing in the center where a pick and a kick's possible too, right?
Yeah. 1304. And
wow.
Looking like 1 point. That's quite the flip here in the last frame.
And the big difference was the 10th frame, like the marks that the Misfits.
Oh,
there's the kick.
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding
Oh,
me?
jeez. Wow. Huh.
That's the story of a few teams this year. They lose by a couple pins because of a kick.
Wow.
7-1.
But way to come off the bench, Brandon. Like.
Yeah, and especially that's where, as we said, he didn't feel it. I'm not sure he hit the middle in his first 3 frames, maybe once, and got pulled the first game of the day. That was a long time ago. But to come back three hours later and just go on a roll when your team needs it.
Yeah.
I am astounded how much that match went back and forth. The Misfits had a really decent lead leading into the commercial break. The Rebels brought it all back. And then, just frame 10, it kind of just slipped away from them.
Yeah, they had a couple of head pins in there. They had for the Rebels, and it just kind of, and those open frames just killed them in that.
And when you get a chance, you got to put your, you got to put your foot on people's throat, especially in this league. You have someone dead in the water. You can't give them a sniff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of really the Misfit or the Rebels kind of first stumble, really. They're still sitting in a great position, obviously. We can bring in our managers here. So from the Misfits, we got Mr. Barry Urquhart, and we got Joel speaking for the Rebels. Comes down to the last ball again. Last bowler again. These matches have been insane today. I know, Barry, you've been on a roller coaster all day with your team. We'll kind of get Joel's thoughts here, obviously being the bench today. The team feeling up and down. You guys were on a roller coaster yourselves. You're behind going into the commercial break. Then you get up on the Misfits going into the frame 10 there, and it kind of just slipped away. How is the team feeling? How are you feeling? I know this is fresh.
No, for sure. We had a rough start to the game. Then we crawled our way back in, and then unfortunately the 10th frame, it all crumbled. But you know what? It's only one game. We still got 1 out of those. If that's the worst we do, I'd be happy with that. We didn't play that bad. We still got a few good games in, but it's just a very bad 10th frame. We learn from it and move forward.
Yeah,
exactly. This is your 6th match of the season, so you're at the halfway point. You guys are still way above 500. You're in a playoff look at the moment still. But yeah, it's crazy how the match just kept flipping back and forth between the two teams. And Barry, moving over to you to put the faith into Brandon, who, like Steve said, he got the early pull in game 1 of the day and sat the rest of the day, and then you give him Justin's anchor spot. Here you go. Here we come down to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Brandon was, throughout the day still practicing and getting through his problems and everything. So it was a pretty confident move to put him in. Justin, he was having trouble. The one finger, maybe a blister or something, so it was affecting his throw. As much as I didn't really want to pull him because I know he can come back, but it was. I think it was a good move there, that's for sure, because the team,
it worked out.
He brought some energy back to the team too. So
yeah,
And Barry, your theme has always seemed to be, your players coming in and getting together. We see Alan coming in and giving a spark, and then having a great day from the first game. Jamie doesn't play the first game, comes out and shoots 290, 280, and gives you guys a huge spark. And then Brandon, didn't have it early in the day, comes back 3 hours later. Like that's got to be really rewarding as a whole team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think it was about this after the 7th frame there to tell Ellen, one more ball, and had Ron ready also. But he came back and threw the strike, and unfortunately for his record, he's still at 0 points, but he's contributed to the team big time. Another note is Jamie finally got her full point for our leadoff bowler, so there's some bonuses here. So we're one step at a time. It was a good day.
Sure. Joel, obviously, give our kudos out to Alex. He had a phenomenal game. 360 is nothing to shake a stick at. And we look forward to seeing you guys play your last half of the season. And Misfits, a great day in the end. And have a great rest of your Sunday and enjoy some football.
Thanks, guys. Good job.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right. We'll see you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining me, guys, through a roller coaster of a day and tight finishes the whole way through.
Yeah, that was exciting to watch. Always.
That was fun, and again, it continues, sets up, more excitement for next week, and the standings is just it's exciting. There's so many teams that are going to need huge finishes to catch teams that are up there, and a lot of teams, you guys included, that have a ton of games left, Carrie. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Well, all right. Well, before we let everybody go and run our last commercial, remember the Crewneck merch drop is on our website or on Facebook. You can look it up there and get the link to submit your order. It closes January 31st and production will start February 1st. So you'll get them shortly after. But once again, great week, and we'll see everybody next week for week 11 in the Cargill division.
Yep, thanks. And 3 frames to go on the other side, so you guys can flip over there.
Jump over and watch the home hardware division.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Cargill is proud to be supporting a truly Canadian sport like 5-pin bowling. We look forward to watching some great competition from many competitors and bowling centres across our country. With hundreds of locations across Canada, Cargill is committed to helping the Canadian farmer thrive. Whether it is selling commodities, getting agronomic advice, fertilizer needs, crop protection, and marketing expertise, Cargill is here to help. So please enjoy this bowling. Thank you.
Financial freedom begins with financial literacy.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I'm thrilled to be a sponsor. My journey began as a teacher because of my deep passion for education. I brought that same passion into the financial world to help families achieve financial freedom. Financial freedom isn't just about having more, it's about knowing more. That's why I'm here to help you make smart decisions with insurance, investing, and lending, all in one place. I'm Dave, and together we'll help you achieve financial freedom.